Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome. Happy Monday, Lord Skunk here, lordskunk.com, live stream, baby, for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Excuse me. Whoa. We got some good stuff to go over today. Now, there's some rumors swirling around the interweb, so we're going to go over those. But thank you to everybody who has came in. If you guys have not done so, come over to the main YouTube channel where you can participate in the live chat. We give everybody a minute to get in there. But thank you for the guys and gals that have already came in. Appreciate that. Let's see, who do we got? We got Juan in here. We got Chris, Rogue, Grandmaster Dwice is in the house. Dartron's here. Man, Grandmaster Dwice has a bunch of questions. It's good. We like questions. All right. Let me see here. Where do I want to start real quick? Where do I want to start? Because I want to give everybody a minute to get on here, so I don't want to get too deep into this thing. My arena, I was too busy talking in our new and exciting Discord chat thing that Redemption taught me into trying out, and I really like it. So I was too busy talking in there. I actually timed out of my my arena battle. I was sniping number 1. I was number 2, so I sniped number 1. And I actually wasn't paying attention, so I timed out. So let me see. Do I have a... Did I already claim that? I might have already claimed it. I don't know. I wonder if there's like a rule to how many pending friend requests you can have. I don't know. But lots of good stuff today we'll go over. Yeah, let's see where I'm sitting now. I'm sitting at number 3, so somebody moved me out of 2 to 3, I guess. But yeah, so I did that. I kind of messed that up today, but that's not a big deal. What is that? That's like 50 of those arena credits or whatever, right? No, that's not what I want. Prizes. Yeah, it's 50 of those arena tokens. Not that big a deal. Okay, let's see. How many people we got in here? All right, cool. We're starting to fill up a little bit. Good deal. Participate in the live chat, man. That's half the fun of this thing. Is the live chat. So I encourage you guys to check it out on the main YouTube page. If you're watching this from Twitter, Facebook, the official forums, wherever. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me in the video coming through good? Let me know. So let's just get some of the basic stuff out of the way real quick. Couple of things too. Now I try to make this easier for everybody. So if we go over here and we just go down to the description of the video, all your good stuff is in there. So if you guys have been interested in the 7-star Grievous giveaway, the ally code giveaway, it also includes 7-star Yoda, 7-star Tusken Shaman. If you guys would check out, offered by them, that's nice enough for him to do that. You guys can do that right here in the General Grievous link right there. Just click on that. To get to our main blog page, which you should be checking at least 2 or 3 times a day, if not more, you can get to that here, or just type in lordskunk.com. Lord Skunk Reviews. This takes you to that discussion page, which we talk about on the Grievous Ally Code. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Just do all that stuff while you're here. Line app, we're starting to phase out of line app and we're moving to Discord. Like I said, Redemption taught me into trying it out, and I really like it. I like it much better. I think the growth potential for that is better than what line app is. So as of right now, we're moving to Discord. So you guys can check that out. You can do voice chat and text chat in Discord. So check that out. Click that link. And if for any reason this link doesn't work, you need more help, just go to lordskunk.com and you can see the Discord post posted there. It's up in the top nav. ally code list. So I had a lot of requests for people to post ally codes. I know you guys are posting those in the chat and stuff. Just to make it an easier database to help each other out, check that list. It's on lordskunk.com, ally code list, but you can get to the link in any of the videos. And then I kind of cleaned up the navigation at lordskunk.com. I put together all the recommended links like Galaxy of Heroes Cantina, SWGOH.gg, the official forums, all that good stuff. Reddit is all in those links, so you guys can get to those. It's a one-stop shop right there on lordskunk.com. My email is in the description as well, so if you do need to email me, if you want to come on the show, I'm going to have some guests on today, so we will get that going. Let's see. Good stuff going on. Good stuff going on in the chat there. So if you're interested in having access to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week chat, you can do so right there in this Discord app. Let me pull it up. So here you go. So this is the Discord app. This is what it looks like on the PC. See, there's a bunch of people in there already. But yeah, you can get in on the live streams and get in there. You could talk and chat or whatever you want to do with other people that are interested in Galaxy of Heroes. So if you have questions, it's a great place to go. Definitely check that out. Okay. Let me put the link in here to the live stream. Make sure all these people know that we're live, baby. We're live. Okay, so if you want to be a guest on the show today, you're welcome to do so. Just email me, lordskunk2016@gmail. Let's see. You should check out lordskunk.com. Nice. Thanks, Doug Knott. Email me, lordskunk2016@gmail. We'll get you guys on the show. We'll get you on Skype. Send me your Skype ID in there, in the email, and we'll get you on for a few minutes. You can ask questions or go over anything that you want to go over. Okay? So we're starting to fill up the channel. Let's see. Yeah, we got a good number now. Let's start this thing off, man. Let's start this thing off right. Well, first off, welcome everybody. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you want to address me specifically, just type the @ symbol and then type Lord Skunk in caps and then type whatever you want to ask me. The moderator should be able to help me out. Let's see if I'm gonna try to see if we can get Juan in here. Let's see if Juan's on. I don't know if he is or not. There's so many people on here. There's Juan.
Yo.
What up? We got our co-host Juan now. So Juan, you can help me out if you're available. Are you available to help us today?
Available. Just doing I got an hour and a half. I'm doing PvP while I'm doing this, so I'm multitasking here.
Okay, cool. Just keep an eye on chat and just let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, you can just mute your mic. Okay?
Gotcha.
Cool, man. Thanks. All right. So Juan's like the community manager for lordskunk.com. He helps with the promotion, but everybody should be promoting lordskunk.com right now. Okay, we're blowing up, guys. We're blowing up. So our goal that Juan set for us was to have 1,000 subscribers by Sunday. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So about 6 days. We need to get from 678 to 1,000. So the only way we're going to be able to do that is if you guys help out. Okay, so make sure you're sharing this, Facebook, Twitter, different forums, whatever. Make sure you guys are promoting the channel. I really appreciate that. I know a lot of you guys have been, and girls. So I appreciate that. So we're doing really well with the channel. The channel's growing far beyond my expectations. So we're doing really good on that end of it. So I appreciate everybody that has spent time watching this. If you, again, like I said, if you are interested in coming on the channel, let me know. Okay, so here we go. We got Benjamin. Okay, let's see. Let's get Benjamin on here. See what he's up to. We'll get some questions from him. Okay, you guys should be excited, man. We're gonna be doing. We got this update coming. If you guys haven't watched the previous live streams, you need to watch those so you can get caught up. Okay, so I just added Benjamin. So Benjamin, if you're there, just go ahead and accept that. We'll get you on the call. You can ask any questions or go over anything that you think about. If you guys have any questions, again, just type them in chat. Young Cart, Skunk, you're awesome. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I do this for you guys, man. I do this for you guys. So Oh, look at that. Classy. I like it.
How you doing, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Thanks
Well,
for having me on.
yeah, absolutely. Welcome, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, this is nothing to do with streaming a game, man. This is all about. This is like talk show, man. This is better than Kimmel and Fallon and all them, man.
Totally agree.
Yeah, we're blowing them out of the water. Hey, I just want to tell all the viewers, if you have a Netflix subscription, just go ahead and cancel it. This is all you need right here.
This has been my evening viewing for about a week now, so it's good stuff.
Nice. Well, tell us a little bit about you. How long you been playing? How long you been checking out the streams and what you got from them and all that good stuff.
Sure. So started playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes back in January. So been on for a couple of months now. I would put myself in the moderate to high spending category, so I have quite a few heroes unlocked, pretty similar to yourself. I'm also addicted to Star Wars, so I, love the game, love the community, kind of love what we're developing right here, and really looking forward to continuing seeing it grow and seeing what happens on the next couple days when the level 80 cap finally gets unleashed.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about that today. Now, there's some rumors swirling around the internet, some vicious rumors that the update's not going to hit until Thursday. Okay, now I have not heard any sources. I have not gotten any sources yet from this, but this is what a lot of people are saying. So a lot of people can say a lot of things, though, as we know.
Yo, we got a question here in chat. We got Billy Tolley working on a first order team with Phasma lead with Kylo Ren, first order TIE pilot, first order officer, and first order stormtrooper. They want to use second scroll. See that question up there?
Yeah.
He was thinking if it should be reworked because they're quite lethal.
Yeah, I think with the new, based on what we know about Advantage, I think it could be really strong. Phasma's going to be strong if that all comes to be. We don't know. We don't know if that's gonna come to be. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know. They don't know. That's the thing. Everybody keeps saying like, oh, the meta this, the meta that. Dude, don't worry about the meta, okay? Because they don't even know what the meta is. They just told us that in the post. They said, we're still going to do additional weeks of testing. So they don't even know. They haven't defined anything. They haven't decided on anything yet. So don't be freaked out about it. As far as you're concerned, going forward for right now, just continue on with what the current meta is, because that's what we know is going to work for at least the next 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, so don't think, oh, well, Savage is slow, Darth Maul's slow, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run them all the way up to 80 to start out my team that way. You're probably going to get crushed in Arena for at least the next 2 or 3 weeks, because the meta is going to stay the way the meta has been. Qui-Gon Jinn, Dooku, all that stuff. Okay, so don't get crazy with your teams.
So Skunk, I've got 2 questions for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
One, so is that what you're planning to do when the cap raises? Are you just going to continue leveling your current arena team to 80 and then, make adjustments as the meta evolves? Yeah,
absolutely. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to be limited on the amount of ability mats, materials, whatever we're going to get, because it seems like you're only going to be able to get those from the dailies. So it's not like it's going to be that big of a deal. I mean, you could run that arena team with the powers that you have in it right now at 80, and kind of hold off on your ability mats. Just kind of put those in the bank or leave those banked for a little bit. Let's see what happens, and then we can put those into characters that we need to, because you're going to still want to get through light side and dark side battles. You're going to want to get through Cantina. You know what I mean? So
right. And my second question is, have you been experimenting with any kind of non-meta squads like outside of the stream that you are particularly excited about?
I watched Vim. Vim did a video for me. We did team share or something. He showed me where I could see him playing the game, and I recorded it. But it's the Tuskens with Vader and with Oben as lead. It's pretty lethal. That's a pretty lethal team. And I realized something with Vader, that at 5 stars geared up, that he actually has the same hit points as Old Ben, or the same health as Old Ben. Yeah. So, and Old Ben's pretty tanky. So I mean that could be viable. I think the Ewoks, that's what I'm going to do on my droid account. The Ewoks for sure are going to be good on there as well. So that's what I'm going for the light side on my droid account is the Ewoks.
Right.
So
well, we have a comment by Chris Rodriguez, Lord Skunk. He said Jesse in the forums.
Oh, I
posted by Thursday. It's on the forums. I believe.
Okay, cool. So it looks like right now I got a bunch of energy on my main account to burn. You guys, I think if you've been following the stream, I've been telling you to save your energy. If that's the case, go ahead and burn that energy, and then we'll do what I told you to do on Monday. We're gonna have to do it on Wednesday. So if that makes sense, and I'll go over that again a little bit later in the stream on what to do and how to do that. But just a quick side note, I did break down last night and buy a crystal pack for my droid account. I just had so many characters that needed to be promoted and leveled just so I could get through Galactic Horse. So I went ahead and did that. I know I've kind of broke the rule of what the point of that account was, but I wanted to. No, I don't want that. I wanted to just get a little bit of those characters up, man, because I had Lumia at 3 stars, but she was level 1 with no gear. So this is what the roster looks like now. So everybody, all my main arena teams geared up. We're getting the stars up. And then we're going to start working on those Ewoks. We're working on unlocking Sherpa right now. So, real quick, for everybody that's in here, let's just get Benjamin. Benjamin, first off, what's your screen name, Benjamin, in the game?
The screen name is Angry Bald Man.
Angry Bald. Okay, yeah, you're on my allies list. So cool.
Yeah, I think I'm both your allies for your pay to play and your free to play, and I think you're in Fear the Boot.
Yep, nice, cool, man, cool. And yeah, so just don't forget, go to lordskunk.com. There's an ally code list. Put your ally codes on there. Make sure you guys are checking those. That's the community database to be able to add people and whatnot. So it really helps out. Now, just real quick, Benjamin, I just want to get your opinion. Obviously, you are a pay to play player somewhat, like you said earlier. Mm-hmm. What are your views on these updates and these changes? Just give everybody, kind of your thoughts and.
Oh man, I think they are sorely needed. So I think you talked about it yesterday. I don't necessarily like the order that they're doing this in. They're raising the level and then they're making the meta changes. I wish that they were doing it a different way, but at the same time, I'm glad they're doing it because I'm tired of seeing the same 10 characters in all of the top 100 squads on my servers. I don't think that promotes diversity in gameplay. I don't think it gives spenders like myself a reason to spend more because I've already got all the metatunes maxed. So I think it's definitely needed, and it's definitely going to prolong the game. So, so yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Yep. And I hope, like I said yesterday, the positive out of this is that we will be able to run multiple teams. It's not just the same team over and over again, like you said. I hope that I hope Ewoks will become viable. That Tusken team we talked about, hopefully that'll be viable. Hopefully we'll have some Jedi teams that are viable. Sith, that's what I want. I want these teams to be able to counter. Multiple counters is what makes the game the most fun. So.
Right, and I think, but I will also say, I'm happy about the level cap raise. I'm happy about them adjusting, the meta, hopefully. But I think that what they're doing right now is kind of like a temporary fix, because like raising the level cap and giving us new characters is really all they've done in terms of new content over the past couple of months. So I think. In the not too distant future, they're really going to have to step it up and give us some more events and give us some more game modes to keep people interested and keep people spending money.
Yeah, I went over that. The arena thing they could put in. I mean, I think that'd be fairly easy. 3v3, some different arena options they could put in right away. That would make sense. And
how about just an online chat, man, so I can trash talk the guy at number 2?
Well, that's what Discord's for. That's why you got to get in our Discord chat, bro. That thing's sick, man. You're in the line app probably for FTB and Discord and line app. Wow, night and day, man. It is so much better. Line app would freeze my computer up and stuff. I run so many programs doing these streams. It would just slow me down so much. So yeah, I'm glad to be able to put that off to the side for now and focus on this Discord thing. Have you ever checked it out?
I have not. You said. So what specifically do you find better about it? As opposed to
one, we can do voice chat, so I don't have to type. Because I hate typing, so I can just go in there and I can talk to everybody. You don't have to use voice chat. You can still type, but you got multiple channels. You can have mods, admins. You could it's on my screen right now if you can see it. It might be a little bit of a delay, but
okay.
But yeah, definitely get in there and check it out. Just go to lordskunk.com, click on Discord. It'll walk you through on how to get in, and definitely check it out. At least try it out. I'll tell you what, once you do it, you'll like it. And plus, there's other channels. Like there's a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes channel. Like there's look at all these people that are in this channel right now. in this Galaxy of Heroes. So, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's promote the live stream in there. Let's do that. That'll be good.
We have a couple questions here. There's this guy that's running a 7-star platoon, Rex, 5s, HK-47, Luminara, and he's having speed problems. He's wondering who he should replace Luminara with.
I'm going to let Benjamin take it.
Okay, I'm sorry. What's in his squad again? Okay, I see the question. So he's essentially running a clone squad, and he's top 5 in arena. Wow. Honestly, so I think I wonder who he has at leader. Rex is a pretty good leader because he's got really good turn meter manipulation, and he's got. I'm actually Skunk. Do you know his moveset a little bit better? I've never used Rex as a leader, but I've seen a couple people talking about him.
Yeah, I've never used him myself. I've fought teams. I watched videos of teams with him. I think Yo-Yo Yoda made a comment yesterday on the live stream. That was yesterday, right? Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
He made a comment about that he thinks the clones are going to be good in the new meta based on what he's seen. Based on what we know. You know what I mean? Nobody knows for sure, but based on what he thinks clones might be a good choice. I would say here's what I would say. I'd say if you're top 5, you know what I mean, run it. But here's what you need to do. Here's what anybody needs to do. Okay, you can't, nobody can go and put together a team and put them in arena, and then just think that team's like that. That's all you need to do. You need to change that team up like every 3 days. So if you're losing a lot of defensive battles, throw in a taunter. Throw in like Royal Guard or Poe, or if you have them, put Dooku in his lead. Switch it up every now and again. Or maybe, if you have Daka, these are just some utility characters that are all around good. You can just kind of move around. If you got Qui-Gon Jinn, Poggle, those two kind of do the same thing. You kind of stick them in there somewhere. Every now and again, just switch, keep it different. Because here's what happens in arena, man. There's only so many people at the top 20. Pretty much you guys fight each other all the time, right? It's usually the top 20 duking it out for the most part. So you guys know the order. Move your people around too in your arena team. Don't leave your people in the same position. Move it around so the AI does different things. So people will know the computer's going to do the same thing over and over again when you're on defense. So just move stuff around, move your people around a little bit, keep it fresh, keep it different, and then that'll change up the arena for you for sure.
I can say this to David, who had that question. Now, I can only speak from the current meta, and I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, so this could be completely obsolete by that time. But typically when you have a lower speed squad, like I used to run droids all the time, and droids are pretty slow, but they do a lot of damage. So the way that you protect them is with a taunter. And I see you have 5s as a tank, and 5s is awesome, but he doesn't have a taunt. So I would recommend instead of that, maybe have Poe or Royal Guard if you have the shards for it. Because that can provide some more protection, and you can maybe take Plo Koon out of there. I'm not really a fan of his damage. Take him out of there and maybe put like 86 or GS. Those are 86 and GS are the 2 easiest tunes to farm in the game. They are so easy to get up to 7 stars, and they are so powerful. So I would recommend that every free-to-play player have IG86 and GS in their lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Those are my main arena team for my droid account. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, my Galactic Wars team. I clear this. I beat 7-star, level 70 teams all the time, and it's completely free to play. I have Barriss, GS, IG86, Jedi Counselor, and Poe.
Nice.
And I can usually, with minimal resets, clear like at least 11 or 12 nodes before I have to insert any additional players. And like I said, it's a completely free-to-play team. They're extremely high in utility, so I would highly recommend that.
Cool. Good points. Good points. Well, hey, man, it was great having you on for sure. Definitely we'll have you back. I appreciate you watching the streams. I appreciate you coming out giving your insight. That's all good stuff, man, so I love it. I love it. But check out that Discord, man, for sure. Definitely check that out.
Yep, not a problem, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, bro. Hey, and then why don't you give a shout out real quick to Fear the Boot? Let everybody know about that because obviously you're in there.
Yeah, so Fear to Boot is a pretty big gaming community within Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. If you they plug themselves pretty well on the official site forums. If you go to I think it's like the guild, like the PvP rivalry or the guilds forum, you can find Fear the Boot has themselves in there, and they give you directions. And if you ever go to the the site Star Wars SWGOH Cantina.com. You can look at stats for all the characters and get a lot of commentary on their utility and the best way to use them. Fear the Boot, I think one of our moderators created that site. So wealth of information, lots of people that play this game obsessively. And if you want to join, I just go to the official forums and look there. We accept players from any, it doesn't matter if you've spent thousands or you've never spent a dime, or if you've been playing since launch or you just started yesterday. We'll take all kinds of different players.
Yep, and don't forget you can get to that from LordSkunk.com too.
Yep, absolutely. Go to LordSkunk.com all the time.
Yes, daily, multiple times a day.
You should set it as your homepage.
Yes, absolutely, and sign up for alerts. There you go.
Yeah. Homepage all day, baby.
Yep, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. All right, brother. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it, and yeah, we'll definitely have you back on.
Okay, take care, Skunk. I appreciate
all right, man.
it.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
All right, let me see here how I change my. I want to change my update. How do I update my? Man, I can't. Yeah, here we go. Boom. My mood. My mood. All right. Yeah, if you guys want in on. If you guys want in on the call, if you guys want in on the live stream, just shoot me an email, lordskunk2016@gmail. We'll get you in. Send me your Skype ID name, and we'll get you in. I appreciate it. We'll get Dart turned on here in a little bit as well. So he's got some stuff he wants to go over. So anybody wants in, do it, man. Do it. Okay, got it. Got it. There's a lot to do, man. Hey, you don't just wake up and do this thing. You got to be ready. You got to be ready to roll. All right, who we got? We got any questions, Juan?
Nothing on the server yet, no.
Oh man, you guys don't want to hear from me, I guess. You guys don't have any questions for me. All right, well I guess we'll go ahead and end the go ahead and end the live stream now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Get your questions in there, guys. See what you guys got. So I don't know, man. I don't know about this whole Thursday thing. Again, it's just another weird kind of thing they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, if you guys want in on the call, can you guys hear me? Juan.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just had it on mute.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, because I can't get back in on my app. I didn't know if I lost internet or something. I don't know what's going on. But cool. Yeah, if you guys want in on the stream, you got anything you want to say or any questions for me, send me your Skype ID, lordskunk2016@gmail. Again, they're saying on the official forums that the update is potentially going to come out on Thursday. So if you've been saving your energy, go ahead and burn that, it looks like. And we will have to start saving that energy again on Wednesday. So unfortunately, we are going to have to wait. We'll go ahead and get through a couple of these, get through these last couple of battles of Galactic Wars. But yeah, definitely email me if you guys want in on the chat. You can ask any questions you have, go over any information that you wanted to talk about. You guys are welcome to do that.
We got a question here.
Sure.
Can you outline quickly in like 2 minutes your best team post patch 80?
Post patch 80? So you mean after the patch? I don't know, because nobody knows. Nobody knows what it is. They don't know. That's what I said. They don't know what it is because they're still testing it. That's why they're going to take 3
the
weeks.
stats on the other sites are still, they can be changed.
Yeah. So I don't want to tell you guys. And here's what I don't want to do, and here's what I wouldn't do. I'm not going to tell you guys something and then have you go and invest time and effort into these teams and spend, maybe some of you spend, your real life money investments and then have it be wrong because nobody knows. Nobody can give you that answer. Nobody has that answer right now. If I had that answer, I'd be working for EA and I wouldn't be doing it the way that they're doing it. So I can't give you that. Now, if I'm just telling you by looks what I think, if I'm just going to tell you what I think it might be, I think Ewoks might be strong. I just think Ewoks got good synergy. I think they built a real good team there with Ewoks, so I think Ewoks might be good. I also think that Old Ben might be your next leader. I think Old Ben brings a lot to the table because his leadership is for all allies. Unlike Maul, who has a really good leadership as well, similar to Old Ben's, but his is just for Sith. So I think Old Ben might be good. I'm a Gundy. We already been talking about. I'm a Gundy is definitely somebody. I don't care. What the meta is going to be. I think I'm a Gundy is going to be good. Okay, so definitely he's a slow farm. So start working on I'm a Gundy. If you get anything from that question, if I give you anything, start working on I'm a Gundy.
We have somebody, I believe Joa Jacklow sent you an email. I believe he wants to be a caller, I believe.
Okay. Cool, let's flip over to that. Yeah, you guys are welcome to get on here, man. This community is not about me. This is about you guys. So I do this for you guys. So if you want to be on, come on, ask questions, give your opinions, man. This is a voice for you. So I should just make you. You should be able to add these people. Why don't you have me email you? Make it a lot easier. Thank you to Juan for co-hosting. Thank you, Juan, for all the stuff that you do for the channel and the community. Juan helps out a ton.
Gotcha, Pat.
All right. Looks like he's on. All right. Well, just message me or whatever when you want to come on. All right. If anybody wants in, email me lordskunk2016@gmail. We will get you. We will get you in the. We will get you on the stream so you can ask questions or go over any information that you have that you want to go over. So what do you guys like? Do you guys like this format where we bring people on? I like it. I like hearing other people's opinions. I like hearing we get good discussion going. So I like that. What do you guys think in chat? Let me know. All right, cool. Looks like he needs a second. Yeah, if you guys want in, email me, lordscon2016@gmail. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Make sure you're checking out lordskunk.com. I already did the whole navigation. I made it much easier for you guys. If you want in on that 7-star General Grievous, if you want 7-star General Grievous as your ally, 7-star Yoda, 7-star Tusken Shaman to try those characters out, just go on to lordskunk.com, click on this, and follow the instructions to do it. Okay, we give 2 ally codes away every Thursday in the live stream. So get in on that promo, take advantage of it. Plus, you're helping out the community. Okay, we have pretty much switched from Line app to Discord. I love it. It's cool. If you haven't used it before, check it out. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So check that out. Okay, add me on Twitter, add me on Facebook. All right, so it looks like Steven's getting his headset, so we'll give him a minute. But yeah, appreciate all the shares, all the likes, all the stuff that you guys have been doing. So we're going to continue to grow the community, man. We are the fastest growing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community on Facebook. Our goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by Sunday. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to subscribe. If you're in Facebook groups or you're on Twitter, whatever, share this information with people. Let's get this stuff out there. Okay, if you're on Reddit. I haven't been using Reddit much. Obviously, we had some issues with that if you watch previous live streams, so make sure you guys get on there. Yeah, Seth, you can have Grievous. Grievous can be yours, okay? Right now, only a small percentage of the gaming community will have access to a 7-star Max Gear Grievous, okay? Only a very small percentage. You guys can have access to them and check it out, okay?
We have a question here. Do you think... Hold 1 second. Do you think the changes to Advantage will make a difference in Phasma lead?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, based on what we know. I can only tell you based on what we know. Based on what we know, yeah, I think that that's going to be really good. I think that Phasma, I fought her the other day for the first time in my arena on my main account. I haven't seen her in a long time in the arena. I didn't take her serious. I thought I would just burn through it. No, it didn't happen that way. So, yeah, I mean, she's still viable right now. And I think she's going to become even more viable in the future. So let's see if we can get Steven on here. Steven, you there?
Yo, we got another question. Do you think Qui-Gon will still be usable?
Absolutely. I think Qui-Gon and Yo-Yo Yoda talked about this yesterday. I think Qui-Gon just overall is a great character. So did he. Now he did mention that he thinks that EA Capital Games is going to make it. They're going to change his ability. If you look at him now in the forums at level 80, his leadership's going to give that to all allies. I think the community's starting to think that that's a little bit too OP. So I think that might be changed to keep it just Jedi. Just an FYI, so you guys know that it's probably going to be. That's probably what it will be. Okay.
Just give me a heads up. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. Steven, you there? You with us, Steven? I can't hear you if you are. If you're talking to us, I can't hear you. If you guys want in on the chat, let me know. Just email me, lordskunk2016@gmail.com.
Hello, everyone.
What's up? Don't be nervous, bro. Come on. Let's give us what you got.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. Obviously, we don't have time to waste with that. If you want to come on and be an
I
adult,
love your mom.
if you want to come on and be an adult, then that's what we could do.
Hi, everyone. Hello? Hello?
I'm back.
So obviously that guy doesn't have anything else to do. With his life than talk like a little kid and come on to a live stream. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming on. It was
What
fun.
happened? What I missed?
He just acted like a little kid, He's just saying hello. So it's all good, man. It's all good. That's what we like. So
Haters make more followers.
hey, haters make more followers, man. Hey, if we didn't have it, it wouldn't be entertaining, right? So I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Let's see. It's good for a laugh. Yeah, I agree, man. It's good. I don't care. Whatever. Get on, baby. Get on. Hey, the more successful we are, the more we're gonna get to that. So I'm good. I'm good with that. Okay, you guys have any questions? Feel free to post them. Again, they're saying that the Thursday is going to be the update for the level cap changes.
Hey man, if we keep growing at this rate, we're gonna surpass that 1K expectation, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. All because of Juan. I never would have put that goal of 1K. I just probably wouldn't have went that big, but Juan did, and I think we're gonna do it. So make sure you're sharing this. Make sure you send this out there. Again, I do enjoy having a guest on. I like that, and it sounds to me like I was just looking at the chat a little bit. It seems like you guys are into that. Seems like you guys are into the guest as well. So, yeah, Riemann.
I have a question for you, Skunk.
Yeah, wait, one thing though. Let me just say, hey Riemann, yeah, just send me lordskunk2016@gmail. Just send me your Skype ID and we'll get you on. What's up, Juan?
What do you think? Do you think the difference to the advantage being a critical hit instead of armor penetration? How do you think that's gonna affect? Do you think it's gonna hit harder with the critical, or just consistently breaking through the armor was better? What's your opinion?
Well, I mean, if you typically with a Phasma lead, you want to pair with like First Order TIE Pilot, who already hits pretty hard. And then Kylo can hit hard, when he gets a little bit lower health or whatever. So overall, though, Kylo full health doesn't hit real hard right now. So in the future, maybe that'll change in the combat updates. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it's going to be good. I mean, I think that First Order TIE Pilot, if he gets that double tap, I think that's good. Obviously Phasma's going to call assist, all that good stuff. So yeah, I think some people said why change it in the first place? Why that power and why change it to that? That's valid too. But I think overall, I think it might entice people to start using Phasma more again. I think that's kind of why they're doing it. People kind of put Phasma off these last month and a half or so to kind of put her teams on the back burner. I think we'll see a resurgence in First Order teams, and obviously they want to do that because the Force Awakens is out and all that good stuff. It's all
And
marketing.
also remember that they sell that pack, so they want to keep people buying it like in the beginning of the game and make them feel like it's viable more through the end game content, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ali M. Lord Skunk, will First Order TIE Pilot Ray or Royal Guard be available elsewhere in the future? Really need to know if I should farm as free to play. First Order TIE Pilot supposedly is going to be in this new pack that was data mined, where you can, and DACA supposedly in there, I think maybe Barris, where you could go in and buy their shards specifically, supposedly. Kind of like the Erodium packs they have now. It's going to be set up similar to that. So I think First Order TIE Pilot will be out. Now, I don't know about Royal Guard. Royal Guard, is another tough one to farm. Maybe they'll put Royal Guard in one of the Cantina bat nodes. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows that yet. But yeah, definitely check it out. What other questions we got in there, Juan?
Yeah, we got a troll, another troll, Siphon.
Yeah, welcome, Siphon. See ya.
He just got banned by somebody.
By Lord Skunk, son, in the house. Somebody time down, Siphon. Yeah, Tassine, I thought you were. I thought Tassine was a moderator. Let me see. Let me get the moderator.
Get him on that mod squad.
Yeah, get on that mod squad, son. Come on, man. You guys run this stuff. I just do the live streams. Riemann. Yeah, I just don't got time for it, man. Yeah, we got Yo-Yo Yoda in the house. Crypto, yeah, crypto usually. Let's get Stu. Stu's been a long time viewer. He's a good cat. He's a good cat. So Yo-Yo Yoda's here. Let's see what's it. Lord Skunk, what are your thoughts on the implementation of Fortitude? Are we going to see more glass cannons in the meta like Darth Maul? Man, the Fortitude thing, man, we just don't know enough about it yet, man. That's what was so frustrating. Here's what I wish they would have done. I wish they would have gave us like an update list, or a patch notes that say, hey, here's what we're thinking, here's what we're working on, here's kind of our direction. So we could have stuff to talk about and start game planning and start, building these characters up. So we kind of say, everything they gave us was really vague, very vague. So... Ali M has a great question. Skunk, is there a way to get a summary of the stream for info and tips rather than watching 3+ hours? Don't always have that much time to watch the stream. Yeah, I'm looking for somebody in the community. I'm looking for somebody in the community that can come into the channel. I can make you a channel manager on YouTube, and you can actually put those edits in. Okay, you guys can actually put edits. Go in and put those tabs in and put what each thing is. So yeah, I'm looking for somebody to do that. I don't have time to do all that. Does iOS get any free shards? Yeah, you get, what is it? Who does iOS get? They get Phasma or they get Poe? I can't remember.
It's Phasma, and then Android gets the other guy.
Yeah, go on lordskunk.com and it'll tell you all that.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad.
So what's going on with this update now? Now we got to wait till Thursday. What's going on?
Yeah, I was just told earlier that all my hoarding was for no good.
Yeah, I got a bunch of energy to burn.
Yeah, I just burned like 2,300.
I just got finished doing mine.
I thought you could only have 1999 or something.
Yeah, but you can still get the daily daily free energies.
Gotcha. Yep, yeah, you're right. Didn't think about that. Cool. Yeah, man, that's kind of frustrating again, I mean, that's kind of what we were prepping for, and did anybody see anything on Reddit or any reason why that they're delaying it, or is that just what they decided to do?
Well, it was all rumor if it was going to come out Tuesday anyway.
Yeah, true. All right. Okay, so we'll give this one to Yoda. What are your thoughts on Leia? Is she worth leveling up, even though she's hard to farm?
So my only issue with Leia is that a lot of her ability relies on RNG. And if you don't have RNGesus on your side, she's not so great, because her first move in Arena, when being played as the AI, is a stealth, so it's essentially a wasted move. I just, my personal opinion, you can find better. But I will tell you this: if she starts to hammer you with that second and third shot, she can do some serious damage.
Yeah, I agree. All
I
right.
mean, it's
Good.
just all preference. Like I said, I just, for me, she's never really found a spot in my squads.
Here's the real answer: is that he opened her up like 4 months ago at 7-star and had her max geared, so he's already played her. You're already done with her. It's new to everybody else, but he's done with her. Yeah. Okay, so tell us the squad that you're thinking that you're gonna work on. That's what everybody keeps asking me. So what squad are you thinking you're gonna
Uh,
work towards?
well, initially, again, without the knowledge of what fortitude and advantage and all these other things are going to do. For right now, I'm just going to level Qui-Gon Jinn,
Same team,
Guard. Yeah,
basically.
same team.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stray too far from what I've got. Just because again, there's so many things. I thought of a bunch of things last night, like, if they're going to implement fortitude with levels of gear, um, and just, I mean, there's just so many things. There's so many just unknowns. I don't even know how to address some of the things that I've got going on in my mind because they've left us with just no knowledge as far as how the mechanics are going to work. And I feel like I'm at a loss. I don't know where I need to devote everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's frustrating
Just
too.
hoard it, man. Hoard it all.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what you gotta do
well,
right now, man. We
and
have another
that's what I
question
was.
here. Sorry to
Yeah,
change the subject.
that's what I was thinking about doing, was just leveling my tunes and not gearing.
Yeah, and you know what? Really, we can't. We're only going to get those mats through the dailies. That one mat they talked about. So, that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's
Well,
probably
I've
what
just
we're going to be
learned.
forced to do, anyways. Really.
Yeah, think about this, and again, this is a comment for those free to play players out there. Is I just spent 2,300 energy, and I think I got 38 of the 50-piece syringes. So think about that. That for a free to
I
play
think around
player.
35 as well.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's days. That's a week's worth of energy that I spent.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. So, yeah, good deal. Well, what do you use for
As well.
what do you use to keep your ear to the ground? Do you use Reddit? Just use the official forums? What are you using?
Yeah. So, I mean, just Team Instinct. We've got a lot of folks who are kind of in the know on some things. I always pay attention to what Reddit's doing. I pay attention to the forums. I usually shoot John Solera, the guy from CG, or even EA Jesse, a couple of messages a week, just trying to see if they're going to give me any kind of information whatsoever. Um, yeah, but a lot of it just comes from different sources, and like I said, I was informed, I think, early this afternoon that Jesse was going to make the comment that the implementation of the update wasn't going to come until Thursday.
Yeah. Here's a great question from the Spitz fan. He said, "Who do you think is going to be best to farm from Arena once the update goes live?" He feels Savage again, basically another Savage thing. But here's what I'm thinking, man. I think they're going to put people in there. I think they're going to put new people in Galactic Wars, hopefully Arena, and hopefully Cantina. I mean, I would hope that they do that. I'd hope they give us something.
Yeah, my suggestion for everyone, and I was told this a few days ago. Save as many tokens in every place that you can. Now they came out with the Magma Trooper in Galactic War, so that kind of I think it was a day before Magma Trooper was put there. I was told to kind of hoard some of my tokens. But again, for me, I've got countless Arena, Cantina, Galactic War. Not too much of an issue for me, but I would just say, yes, if you're unsure of where to go, just hold on to them for now, because I feel that they have to introduce new characters to all different places in the game.
Good, and that's why I like having you on. You always got good insight, and obviously you talk with a lot of people that are close to the development of the game, which is good. It's good to hear that information, And I know there's only so much you can share with us, and I appreciate you doing what you do. What you do share.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's so many. I don't know what's factual. I I don't ever hear anything directly from the horse's mouth. I just, we just kind of thinking, you know, where the game's going to progress and what they have to do. We haven't seen different characters in Cantina or even the arena in quite some time, so it's inevitable and it's going to happen real soon.
Yeah, good. And they did kind of give us a hint, guys. Remember that they said that there are going to be characters that can manipulate or add or do something to Fortitude. So probably, if Fortitude is going to be what it potentially could be, those are characters you're probably going to want to have access to, I would think. So definitely, like Yo Yoda said, and like I've been doing myself, like I told you guys to do, is hang on to that stuff. Don't think. A lot of people make that mistake. They think because they finished a character in Galactic War shipments or Cantina or whatever that they got to go right away and start farming another one. You don't have to do that. Those credits aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I think I was hoarding. I mean, and again, I'm in a unique position, so I had almost 60,000 Galactic War tokens, and I didn't want to invest in Chromium anymore because obviously there's absolutely no value for me chasing characters. So I was shocked that they put Magma Trooper in the Galactic War shipment so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Because I know a couple of people that probably dropped $1,000 just to get Magma Trooper up there, and then he came out the next day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just for anyone really unsure of who to invest in, definitely right now is the most important time because no one knows, as far as these combat mechanics, how they're going to influence the meta. So just save them. Wait until you see some of this, because you'll see the top players. They'll figure it out first, and then especially if you're one of the type of players that's trying to bust into that top 200 of the arena, just pay attention to what's going on up top, and we'll be the first to figure it out, and then you know exactly where to put some of those resources to.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and all these questions that everybody wants to know. I mean, that's a natural thing. That's why that's why you're on live streams. That's why you search forums. That's why you do all this stuff. Is because you want to know. You want to have a leg up. So yeah, absolutely, we're all eagerly waiting to find out more information. And again, like I'll say, I mean, and I don't mean this in any negative way towards the developers, but they don't know what it's going to be. That's why they're spending additional weeks testing it, because they don't know. So
well, right, yeah. Yeah, I gotta agree. I was, again, I've been blessed with certain facets of knowledge. I kind of knew some of the mechanics before they were. I think I knew about 8 to 10 hours before it was released to the general public that there was going to be a new mechanic released in the game. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but I was just kind of informed that it was going to be something to reduce the amount of one-shots and kind of lowering the overall speed of the game. So, I mean, since that point, I've been scratching my head, still trying to figure out what kind of influence it will have on the meta.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Who do you think they might be adding? You know how you guys were talking about them adding somebody to the Cantina and the other realms of for us to spend our excess reserves. Who would you like to see them add to the free to play players to make it more competitive for them to be able to compete with all these pay to play players?
Well, so if you look, they added Magma Trooper to Galactic War. They just added Ben to a Cantina node. So those are both Chromium, Magma Trooper being kind of a very brand new character. I kind of feel that they might introduce, because no, they've also added Chirpa as well, and then Tusken Shaman is the only pay-to-play tune right now. So I think just to kind of give the free-to-play player a chance, I think they might introduce a brand new character, perhaps in Arena. Or even in the Cantina shop. I can actually see that as being a real big possibility. But I'm going to be quite honest. I think I think either Ayla or even Anakin might make an appearance in one of those places. As much as I hate to say it, because I love both those characters and I love being able to have them at a place where no one else is getting them. I could see them possibly making a break into one of those shops.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be good. I know lot of our viewers like I call her Elia, and I was
Yeah,
corrected on that, but I still
I
call her
love my
Elia.
Anakin, man.
Yeah, yeah, but I know a lot of people like Elia. So let me get Crypto in here real quick. He's one of our moderators, and he might have a couple questions for you as well. If you got a minute to hang out with us.
oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me see. How do I find this cat here? Man, I got so many people on this. What? I got this many contacts on Skype. Dang. All right.
I think Crypto wants to get in, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. What's his name? What's he under?
Type your name, Crypto, in the chat. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and real quick while we're getting him in here, Yoda, we got some people asking about Resistance Pilot. I know you know a little bit more about him than me.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm logging on to my account right now, just kind of checking it. Yeah. Resistance Pilot. Again, I think I mentioned yesterday that he could be a pretty big sleeper hit. He's got some pretty good abilities, and he's supposed to be with this upcoming update. He's going to be one of the hardest hitting characters. I mean, statistically. I have seen with an offense up buffer. I've seen I've seen him hit for 10 or 11K. So that's a pretty significant amount of damage. He's kind of in line with first order TIE pilot. He doesn't get the extra attack on basic, but he will be, again, if they don't nerf him, he will be one of the tunes that can get to gear 11 with this update. Um, that's a serious grind there, but um, and again, if they tie fortitude to gearing, and you can get a tune to gear 11, he's gonna be I think a force to deal with.
What's your opinion on Ray coming this next patch, Yo-Yo?
Well, yeah. So Ray is I run Ray in multiple different squads. She's going to get a 15% damage modifier on all of her attacks, starting out at level 76. Her speed is going to increase. Um, so I could still see her as being a really big threat. I don't see her ever not being a threat. Um, just right now, I mean, you think she's able to take out a whole team by herself. Her foresight ability as well is equally as hard to get around sometimes if you don't really pay attention to her. Um, so yeah, just I can see some resistance players making a splash in this new meta. Um, like I said, if you already have a Poe geared up, and he's given a bonus modifier to damage for resistance tunes. Resistance Pilot and Ray kind of makes sense. But again, like I said, I don't know. I'm completely confused as to where things are going from here.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much on that same boat. They didn't really release too much. It was pretty vague. But yeah, looking onto that Foresight team, that would be good with Old Ben as lead, with all those people who can get Foresight. Resistance Pilot, Ray. I believe Yoda gets it as well. I believe there's one more, correct?
Um,
But all those guys that hit hard, along
yep.
with their Old Ben or Count Dooku, would be quite deadly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I faced some. There's a guy in my shard that he runs a maxed out resistance pilot, all abilities maxed out and everything. I do have to pay attention to that guy, or he'll get that surprise 10K hit in out of nowhere, and you're just left kind of shaking your head like, "Yep, should have went after that guy first."
Yeah, I have one guy that's running on my server. Actually, I'm currently leveling up mine. I just got the 305 shards to do max him out all the way to 7, and I'm really thinking about it. That's actually a question I've always been curious about because resistance pilot always looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, I've got my resistance pilot almost maxed out. I've got his abilities. I think level 6, all of them at level 6. I've messed with him for a little while. I was actually thinking about running a FOTP and resistance pilot in the same squad because they just do enormous amounts of damage. And if you run a toolkit tune like Qui-Gon Jinn, using his taunt dispel, giving your whole squad offense up, FOTP coming, behind that, and with resistance pilot behind that, yeah, I was like, man, you could really annoy some folks.
Yeah, especially how it dodges both the normal attack and the assist. I don't know if you
Yeah,
noticed that.
yep, yep. Now the only thing though is with the prevalence of stun, the stun attacks actually can go through the foresight ability, and that's something that I love about Royal Guard. He's stunning through everything.
Stun can go through
Card is
foresight.
very useful in many situations, man.
Hey, we
Yeah,
got
so
we got Remon on the call real quick. I just want to introduce Remon. Remon's here.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? Hey, welcome.
Welcome on.
Welcome to the channel. Hey, real quick, just give everybody a quick intro for you, and if you have any questions or anything you want to add for myself or Yo-Yo Yoda, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the game since pretty much the beginning of December, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm typically in the top three every day. It's an older server, so there's a lot of comp on it. But my main problem is right now I don't have a 7-star Royal Guard, and pretty much everybody in the top 5 does. And this Dooku thing that's been going around is really annoying. So, but other than that, I'm just glad to be part of the chat. Just want to say what's up, and maybe ask a few questions, and if you guys maybe join in on some commentary that's going on.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Well, I'm I kind of agree with you guys about the patch coming up. I'm not really too sure where to invest anything right now, but I think most of us that have been playing the game for a while pretty much have a pretty established top 10 or top 15. So no matter which way the meta goes, I'm pretty sure that the standard or the main guys that you have up there, like let's say Leia, Hoth Rebel Scout, uh, obviously Qui-Gon, characters like that are still going to be effective in the new meta, regardless of how it goes. And, I mean, obviously there'll be some new people that are going to be, relevant or, game changers, and we'll have to make adjustments as that comes out. But I don't see, I don't see it being such a wild adjustment that it's going to literally throw people, that are, finishing top 5 every day, you know, down in the ranks or anything like that. So it's just going to be a matter of, just like it has been in the past, just making adjustments as it comes in and seeing, who's really effective. Obviously they may make some characters that are already out there right now a little bit more effective. I know I've spoken with you before about maybe making things like maybe giving Chewbacca a second round of taunt, or something like that could change that character into somebody who's actually relevant. I know I have a 7-star Chewbacca that's just sitting there. That's a waste of space. So I mean, sometimes you gotta take chances. Especially when you're trying out certain characters. I have a 7-star Resistance pilot. He's awesome. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's a little slow, but I think that with a jump up to gear 11, like Yoda was saying, I think that obviously he could be a game changer down the road. Right now he's a little too slow to be effective, but down the road he could be somebody that really could help out your team.
Great, Yoda.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, I think he's kind of right. I mean, I've got enough gear kind of hoarded up to where I'm not too concerned, as far as making, too many wrong decisions. But yeah, the unknowns as far as, you know, exactly, how the new mechanics are going to affect everything. Because my thing is there could be so many viable tunes after they make these changes that, uh, there could be some serious synergies that I'm overlooking. Obviously I've been running for the last couple months the same squad, and I don't want to overlook, you know, that's why I do a lot of play testing. I've just been kind of, going over some of the synergies, trying to really get an idea of what almost every character can do. But yeah, I think he's right. But just by saying, there's a top 10, 15 that are just going to be relevant in any situation. Um, and just, kind of looking at level progressions. I think I was just eyeballing Yoda himself today and just kind of looking at his progressions. I think he can be another good hit if you're fortunate enough to finish the challenge and get him at 7 star. He's a pretty good gift uh, given to the community, and I think he starts to really do some. Uh, I think his gear he gears up at. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Starting at level 76, I believe 76, 78, 80, somewhere around that range. He can start to gear to higher levels. So he's another one to look out for. But I don't want to get too off track here. But yeah, I just want to say I agree. There's still a lot of unknown, and there will be 10 or 15 characters definitely that I'll be sticking with no matter what.
Let me ask you, what do you think right now is the most reliable stun in the game?
Stun Royal Guard hands down.
I'm going to throw this out there. Eth Koth,
Keith Kott's
75%.
very reliable on a stun, man.
75%.
Especially running with Qui-Gon, he goes pretty early on too, so you can cancel a good amount of attacks.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but so Royal Guard gets multiple stuns off in a he's got what 80% chance of stun on his basic, whereas Pulse is I think a special ability.
That's true. That's true. That him being able to stun with a basic is pretty serious. But Royal Guard overall is a better tune. I mean, he's got the taunt when anybody goes below 50% health, and he's pretty tanky character if you have him at 7 stars. So I mean, Royal Guard is really the thorn in my side right now as far as PvP is concerned, because he's just he just makes it it makes it impossible to know, because sometimes if you crit on a character, you can get them down to below 50% health right off the bat, and then you're kind of in a tough spot where you're actually better off getting the character not critting and getting the character, let's say,
Yeah.
with let's say a Qui-Gon move, getting him to about 75% health, and then having somebody else come in with a call-in assist and then knocking him out. And then that way, at least you have one, glass cannon out of the way, and you can, then go for Royal Guard, but it's tough.
Yeah. Now, and I want to say is, depending on how this fortitude mechanic works, Royal Guard will only get better because if they add this kind of buffer between, not being able to get one shot, if you knock that buffer out, and someone goes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get somebody under 50. So that Royal Guard isn't triggering quite as early. So for me, I guess the way that I see battles going is that my Royal Guard's taunt triggers pretty early because people aren't really timing those hits like you were saying, and he goes into his taunt. So if this fortitude mechanic works the way it is, I think Royal Guard will get better because he'll be able to use his stun more often. And then they're talking about how defense is going to be playing a bigger factor, and then giving defense up as well. So I could see Royal Guard getting better.
Yeah, especially in these battles that are going to be extended because of the fortitude. He's just going to keep on throwing that taunt up and distracting whatever they're trying to concentrate on, you know? So it's always going to give an advantage, and that's also going to make Qui-Gon always, take away those taunts. Or, they might make another tune that takes away taunts, Mace Windu also has one. I know there's a couple other
Tebow.
characters.
Yeah,
as well.
Tebow has it.
Yeah, Tebow as well.
Yeah, Tebow. Real quick, guys, Lord Skunk here. We do have Yo-Yo Yoda on. We got Riemann. We got Juan co-hosting today, helping out with questions that you guys have. If you have any questions, post those in the chat. Make sure that you check out lordskunk.com. Lots of updates there, the navigation. Make sure you check all that out, and you can check the comment section of this live stream, or the description section of this live stream.
Hey, Skunk, it's actually Ramon.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. It's
Hey,
totally cool.
So now because he said that, now it's Riemann for the rest of his career here with the
I
channel.
got you back, Ramon.
Hey, Ramona, it's the Ramona. Okay,
I'm totally cool with that. Remond's fine.
I like Riemann. Riemann sounds cool, man. Riemann sounds unique. Okay, we like uniqueness here. How many people do you know named Skunk? Okay,
And actually, you don't pronounce it Yo-Yo Yoda. It's Yuda.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! That was pretty good, though. I'll give you that. That was pretty good. If you guys want on the call or you have any questions, type the questions in chat. Want to let us know about what questions you have. If you guys want on the call, you need to update your Skype. Okay, you guys are trying to get on this call and your Skype's not updated, so your stuff's not coming through. So make sure your Skype, if you're on your mobile or on your PC or Mac or whatever, make sure your Skype is the most up to date. Make sure you have the most up-to-date version. Once you're on, we'll gladly get you on the channel. You can ask questions. Yo-Yo Yoda's a wealth of knowledge. Riemann, as I call him. He's got some good information as well. And then of course, I'll be glad to answer any questions you guys have for me. But I do appreciate all the people that have came over to the Discord app. Yoda, are you on a Discord app with us or what?
Not yet. I've already got it downloaded, but I just haven't had time to.
Have you used it before?
No.
No, me neither. People kept asking about it. We were using the Line app for a long time, and finally I checked it out last night, and I was like, man, this thing's pretty cool. So you can use voice chat in it. You can do normal type text chat. You can send file screenshots and stuff. Somebody wants to show off their roster or ask a question about their roster. You can put that in there. It's really good, really good. If you guys haven't checked it out, get in there and check it out. Again, like any of our chats, any of our stuff, make sure you use proper etiquette. We do have viewers of all ages, and we do have people that watch from work or whatever. So make sure any media you put in there is safe for those people. If not, you'll be quickly banned from the community, and we'll move on with our lives while you still live a sad existence in misery. So,
hey, and we got a lot of people asking about if the changes for the level and the implements to fortitude and advantage are going to be changed on the next update. And no, that is not the implement to the fortitude and speed changes and advantage are going to be 3 weeks or 4 weeks. They don't even know yet. They haven't really specified or given. They've been really vague about it.
So I heard this morning that that they're really shooting for 2 weeks after this level cap increase.
I heard the same.
Okay, great. Well, we got any other questions?
Let's get some sort of timeline for that person that asked.
I would say 2 weeks. I would say 2 weeks out. Once the update goes live, whether it's Thursday or not, which it looks like it's going to be Thursday when the level cap hits. So I would say plan on 2 weeks. My recommendation, I think, based on what everybody else has said, unless I'm mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to run with my normal team for now. I mean, because the meta is going to stay the same. The meta is not going to change. We're just going to gain levels for right now.
Yeah, right. Exactly, because speed's still going to be speed and DPS, or since they're not changing the mechanics, they're going to stay exactly the same.
Yep. So
I'll tell you, if they're going to be expanding or lengthening these matches in PvP, somebody that you should really look at, an obvious is Barris, I think. And I know when she hits level 76 or 78, I believe she gets defense up for 2 turns with her heal. So she'll be somebody that I think will be a vital person on your roster, even though she doesn't hit too hard.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know why they gave her a lightsaber.
They might
Yeah.
implement since she's a little slow that she might get a little bit of extra damage.
If we could see a plus 15% damage for her, then that would really make her a decent character.
That would make her that would make a big difference. Yeah, we got a couple other questions here. With this one from Carl Smeal. What do you guys think of JKA and Emma Gundy? Not sure if worth farming along with RG and Ray.
I'm a fan of Gundy. He's going to get better with the increase. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he gives a higher percentage of counterattack ability. He's hard to farm, and I think I mentioned this last night. He was one of the last characters that I was able to completely 7-star. He takes some work to get where you want him to be, but he could potentially be viable because I see, with this fortitude buffer and health increases going to Eddie, I could see some AOE teams making a stride. So having a counter team would be the answer to that.
Yeah, we
Let me
have
ask,
another question here. Oh, sorry. Did you want to throw something else in there?
I mean, I just this is a little off topic, but did you guys check out the Yoda trailer when he came out initially? When you watch that trailer, there's a character that does an AOE that like right in the center, like at the end of the trailer, that I've never seen before. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
I
don't
don't
think I
think I
caught
got
that.
to see that trailer.
It's I don't know. I look like it might be a new character, but I just I was just wondering if maybe you guys I haven't really. It's not like you
I'll
have
be
tons of
checking it out
opportunities.
after stream probably.
Yeah, it's not like you have tons of opportunities to ask other
Yeah, I
people.
pulled it up right now. You guys won't see it. It'll be about a minute delay, but it's playing right now. It looks like. Yeah.
He does like an
Yeah, be
AOE. It
careful
looks
too.
like
You don't want to get in trouble with throwing something on you. Oh, there you go.
like he does an AOE. I don't know if he has a lightsaber or not, but it almost looks like Plo Koon's move, but it's not Plo Koon.
I didn't see it there in the trailer.
I'm checking it. I'm watching the stream right now. It's like
So
towards the
Juan,
end,
what other
I didn't
questions
see
do you have?
anything new.
right there.
The only one it looked like I saw was I saw Dooku, but that was it.
Yeah, I saw Dooku come in and slash somebody.
There was like a slam to the ground, like from the sky.
Huh. I don't know. I didn't
That's
know.
I believe that's Savage's oppress move, isn't it?
It
The
looks like
slam?
Savage Opress's move, but it doesn't look like a dual lightsaber. It doesn't look like a two-sided lightsaber. It looks like a different character.
Hmm.
But I mean, I could be mistaken. I just
They might have
something.
had somebody else like that though. You never know. That could be, you might be onto something.
It looked like they gave us a little tease there for somebody, but I could be wrong.
Cool. What other questions we got?
Yeah, we got a question here. Another Fives question is, I think Fives is going to be stronger with slower characters hitting harder, as well as the buffs on his basic and counter. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, so I think I mentioned last night that I'm kind of a secret fan of the clones, and especially Five's getting better. He's horrible right now. I mean, he's okay, high health, counter wise, but his first ability, he gets with any enemy that has the speed down modifier, he will be able to get an extra attack against those targets. So that's just basically doubling his basic attack. So that'll help him out for sure. And then his assist attack will get, I believe, 25% assist damage, and that's at later levels. So Fives is going to play I think a pretty good role if you got him in the right squads.
Good. Yeah. We had a question about him and Rex earlier, so I'm glad you weighed in on that. Let's see. Redemption thinks that was just Plo Koon in the video, is what he thinks. Crypto. Let's see if Crypto can get in the chat. Let me see, because he was trying to get in, guys, earlier. Let's see if we can get him in.
Just gonna throw this out there. I just got double second place on both accounts.
Nice.
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 About 30 seconds to pay out, so I'm pretty sure I got it.
I
Where
actually
you go-
today didn't. I was driving home from work and didn't even get a chance to log on. I was fortunate to still stay in fourth.
Yeah, man. I try sometimes. I'll even pull over and have myself a smoke and just do some PvP matches. You know.
Right. Pulling over on the side of the highway.
True
just to get to the
dedication, man.
reload.
The cop comes up. What are you doing on the side of the road, sir? I'm just doing some PvP rounds.
He's like, "What's your team?"
You want me
he's
to
like,
drive and
he's
be
like,
with-
he's like, "Oh, you're Yo-Yo Yoda? Well, hey, what do you recommend about my team?" And he whips out his
Right,
camera.
he starts asking you on the top,
You just got yourself out of a ticket.
right? And give him a shirt.
Okay,
Have
just,
that motivated.
yeah, give him a shirt. Rank 1 arena player. At Lord Skunk, and then in parentheses, except when I get sniped. Justin, at Lord Skunk, who is the most annoying character to play against in arena? For me, probably Fives or Dooku. I agree with Dooku. What do you guys think?
Dooku.
Dooku.
Daka. Annoying.
Just always force down Daka first, and she'll never be a problem.
Well, I'll tell you, I think
she
another.
can't self-revive anymore, which is the best.
Well, right, but I'll tell you another annoyance is Ewok Elder, and the reason why is because you have to target that guy, and if they pair him with Royal Guard,
Anakin
it's
too.
like-
When you see an Anakin lineup, if they have a solid Anakin, you know you have to get him first, or else he's gonna come back and get all your other characters and give them offense up.
yeah, that's
Anakin.
I think because we got a guy on my server that runs an Ewok Elder, and he's got him maxed out. He forced me to max him out just so I could. I kept copying the guy's squad. Mine was a little bit better, so he quit running Ewok Elder.
All right, we got any other questions here? What else we got? Oh, somebody want to know what is Dooku? Or what is Dooku? What is Fortitude? What is Fortitude? Go ahead.
Exactly. No one knows.
Yeah, no one knows. Well, I mean, I think we have an idea. I mean, I think Fortitude, and it's been in other games, is basically just kind of like a built-in, kind of like a built-in shield for your characters is the best way I think to explain it.
Yeah. So the best way that I've heard it being explained that if they tie it to gearing, let's say it starts out at gear 7, you will have X of X percentage of 100. So 100 being the best amount of fortitude that you could get, which might be we'll say like a 4,000 hit point buffer. Gear 7 might be 35% of that complete buffer. So the higher you gear up your tunes, you'll get a larger percentage of that maximum value of the buffer.
Yep, that's a good explanation.
I don't know where, I think that the biggest question for me is, well, what's the maximum amount of buffer that they're going to be giving? Because if it's the cap, if it's 5,000 hit points, if it's 3, I mean that's kind of for me the biggest unknown.
Yeah. It is. Is it? Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
What I don't like about this Dooku lead thing that I'm seeing all over the place now is that I feel like Dooku lead kind of leaves it to RNG, and it's like you're just kind of sitting there. I mean, to rely on evasion to me it seems like it's like something I don't want to do. I have a 7-star Dooku. And I don't want to run him as lead because it kind of takes away some of the strategy I feel to the game.
The saddest feeling for me is when my completely maxed out Rey goes and tries to triple hit somebody and they dodge it.
Yeah, man. Me personally, there's rounds where I'll be fighting Dooku, lead team, and they get no dodges, and then there's round where they dodge every 4 out of 5 attacks. It's ridiculous, and it's so variable. It's so up to the RNG that would you really want to leave it up to RNG to keep you up in the ranks, you know?
If you're running a Jedi squad in your PvP,
Oh
okay,
yeah, you're
and
not getting a hit off.
they have Dooku lead and they have Sidious on their team. Getting Sidious knocked out is such a pain. I mean, he already has, I believe, 35% evasion against Jedi's. With Dooku, he's now at 50%. And with the way AI works, it's like, it's probably even higher than that. So I mean, it's very, very annoying.
So Ben Lim said, I think we need more unavoidable damage tunes. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think I just had a discussion with somebody about that. I think that is a good introduction to a new type of damage. I mean, they like Magma Trooper has damage that bypasses armor, but unfortunately, you cannot crit with that attack. I've play tested that guy enough that the white damage that you see, you can't crit with it. But that something like an unavoidable damage would be awesome. I mean, they're getting close to it and almost have got the idea right with uncounterable like a Grievous attack. But I think unavoidable damage would suit the meta quite well right now.
Okay, Prinny's got a question for Yo-Yo Yoda. Just wondering, from your roster of max characters, which character or characters were underwhelming?
Um, uh, ha- well, I'll tell you, I play with 90% of the characters every now and then, but uh, underwhelming. Um, the Night Sisters, extremely underwhelming. Outside of Daka, she's the only one. I was having a little bit higher hopes for Greedo. That guy, not so much. He rarely ever does his double attack, even though it's at 40% modifier. I was a little surprised about the Empire squad. I thought, Vader being the ultimate, goal for characters. You know, Grand Moff Tarkin, yeah, he's probably the best out of that bunch. Veers, he's just horrible. The stormtroopers, they're not so great themselves. But the one that really, I got to tell you, the one that really was the most underwhelming, and I got so many of this guy's shard, was Cad Bane. I thought this guy was going to be awesome.
Uh,
I probably had 10,000 of that guy's extra shards when I went and exchanged my shard shop currency. And I'll tell you, I had so many of that guy. I had high hopes for him. He sucks.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, quick question for you. I got a question for you real quick. So now I want to ask you guys a couple of the ones that they ask in chat. So I'm gonna pull up my roster and it'll take a second for you guys.
Yeah, they got a lot of questions
Yeah,
up on
a
this.
lot of good questions. I love it. And Juan, you're gonna have to start taking that over.
I got you.
Real quick though, just give it a second. It'll come up on the screen here. There's a little bit of a delay. There it is. Okay, so looking at my roster right now. Okay, looking at my roster right now. What do you think? Do you think I should go? Do you think I should get Yoda up? Do you think I should get Dooku up? I mean, I got to burn this energy anyways, right? Because I saved all this extra energy, so I got to burn it. So do you think I should gear up Dooku, Yoda, or maybe somebody like Elia?
Well, if you're talking about current meta and just sticking with it,
Well, maybe more long term too. Like you see, man, that might be it might be good down the road as well as current.
well, I don't think the Ayla is a good investment right now because they have so many anti Jedi synergies out there, and they're just going to keep pushing that out there. I think. Um, so, but Yoda, outside of being a Jedi, is still very solid with his toolkit. But right now, just even going forward, I think Dooku will always be a pain in the ass.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, you want me to throw a couple more questions in there from the chat?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, so we got Ben Lin asking at Yoda, what's wrong with Visage? Why isn't she working?
Why Asajj Ventress?
Yeah, they didn't really say. They just said what's wrong with Visage. I'm assuming like what would be the way for them to fix her? Like the first attack. Why is she not working the way she's supposed to?
Well, I mean, I don't know. She's just so underwhelming. I mean, her AOE attack uh, does pretty decent damage, but just they have screwed up her debuff ability. She's supposed to debuff the enemy squad and then heal as well. They jumbled that and they just haven't gotten it right. Um, I mean, her speed up to other Night Sisters. I mean, she just like I said, the Night Sister squad outside of DACA just doesn't do a whole lot. They just kind of it's not enough damage. They're slow. I think Night Sister Initiate is just quite honestly is the next best one because she can hit the hardest outside of the annoyance of DACA.
Yeah, yeah. I
I,
completely agree.
I think Asajj is. I mean, obviously with 85 speed, you're talking about, not, on a lot of cases, not even getting a turn with her. Um, if you're talking about a PvP match, but I mean, listen, she's got a pretty good stun with her hit. She hits hard. She's got a good AOE. She's one of the few. She's one of the I think two characters that has 5 abilities, right?
Yeah,
Along with
So
Yoda.
so
her and
she's
Yoda.
so she's got like a decent
Also Grievous, right?
Grievous. I think has 4.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
My
but she's got some tools. The problem is, like I said, when you're talking about this meta right now, where most of the people are running speed teams, and you got a hard hitting slow character. This is the same problem that Darth Maul has. Um, it's just it's tough to run Asajj conceivably on any team right now because she's just too slow. And even with the boost, like you were saying, I mean, you're talking about boosting her with only other Night Sister characters, and then your team is going to be garbage as well because most of the Night Sister characters are garbage. So it's just it's tough to use her at all right now, other than in Galactic Wars or something like that. But she's somebody that needs let's say they made a dark side synergy where like or like a light like she's I don't really consider her a Night Sister. I mean, from what I've seen in the cartoons, I mean, I feel like she's kind of almost a Sith. Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah, but
I don't understand.
she wasn't ever a true Sith though.
She was never a true Sith.
Yeah, she
Okay,
just came out in the Clone Wars as Dooku's apprentice, but never said that she might have been a hire or something.
so I mean, if she was able to go with if they had like some other synergy where she could be faster on another team with somebody else, then I could see
Right.
her being more viable. You know what I'm saying? But
Well,
she's got a cool kit with all the other stuff. I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, she's just too slow right now.
and by the way, Grievous does have 5 abilities, so she's one of 3
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
the 5
Grievous
abilities.
did have 5. Yeah, I was pretty sure. I wasn't sure though. Yeah. Um, but yeah,
So
man, I like your guys' good insight.
I just kind of want to point out too, and I think this is kind of the push that the devs are making is that uh, from the beginning of the game they I don't think they kind of um, they really didn't think until players began to play with the tunes how things would kind of go, but they're seeing that the slow characters and the low health characters aren't ever seeing any serious play. So I think that's the reason why they're introducing the fortitude mechanic, and I could potentially see some speed nerfs and buffs for a lot of different characters in the future, just to kind of even the playing field as far as being able to make more characters viable for that very reason.
There's also some characters that they had to know when they released them were not going to be used. I mean, like listen, when they created the Ugnaught character, they had to know that nobody wanted Ugnaught.
Yeah, well, they
You know,
had to know
Really.
too that that no one's ever going to use Grievous because he's so slow and low of health too.
He might be viable in this next meta because he's a
Yeah,
little slow, but he can
yeah,
survive and he can throw a taunt on somebody, I believe.
I
yeah,
doubt
yeah.
that I doubt that they're going to allow Grievous for too long to not be an effective character, considering how
Especially because
expensive
they
it is.
spent so much for him.
Yeah.
Great point. Okay, what else we got? Man, we got tons of stuff going on in chat. If you guys are watching this from the official forums, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, come over to the live chat. We got tons of action going on in there, and we got some great questions. So if you want to ask questions, we got Yo-Yo Yoda here. We got Ramon, a.k.a. Remon, in the house. And we got my boy Juan assisting, co-hosting with me here tonight. So definitely get over here, ask your questions that you guys have. If you're watching a replay of this, we typically live stream every week or every day except for Wednesdays and Saturdays. We typically start between 7 and 8, somewhere in that range, p.m. Eastern time. So if you got questions or you'd like to come on the channel as a guest, you're more than welcome to. And a matter of fact, let me double check real quick, see if we got anybody else that did send it. We don't have anybody else that emailed. So if you guys want in, email me, lordskunk2016@gmail.
Yep.
Your
Question
Skype ID. Go ahead.
Here. So it's for Lord Skunk and Yoda. With the constant anti-Jedi teams, do you think there will be any tunes with anti-Sith, etc.?
Yes. When that will be, no one knows, but I do think that they're eventually going to have to introduce Palpatine. You know, we've seen him in mission fights. They've already got him coded in the game. He's gonna give some serious Sith synergies. I think he gives Sith a speed up modifier as well as offense up modifier. So, I think they will eventually introduce maybe a Jedi too who will have some anti-Sith abilities.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think they will. I mean, they're always going to have counters and you know, teams that are good and then people that can counter them. And let's say the Sith become really good in the update. Let's just say they happen to be really good. Then you know, then obviously they'll release a counter for that. You know, they kind of did that. They kind of did it with Grievous, right? You know, he's kind of anti-Jedi. You know, you could see some of the stuff that they've released. There's somebody else too. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah,
if they stick to their, go ahead.
There's a good comment in here by Ryan Kent at Benlin. Maybe if they ever made a Jedi Luke, the lore would make sense because he kind of ends them.
Well, Jedi Luke is in the game. He's actually a person you can fight in the game. He's just not.
He's just not usable by us yet. So that they might release him one day, and that would be sweet if he had that ability.
And he's called Rebel Luke Skywalker. So I mean,
yeah, that's the Rebel version. There's a Return of the Jedi all black Luke too, I think. And I think he's in that that data mine stuff, I think. All right, Stu's been waiting to get on. Let's see if we can get Stu on here. He's got a couple questions for you guys. He's one of our moderators from the live chat. So let me see, where is he? See if I can get him in here. Get some questions going. Where are you, Stu? I don't see you on my list. All right, what other questions we got in there, Juan?
Sorry, man, I had it muted by accident. Yeah, we got a couple opinions. Ryan Kent threw another one. Me too. EA doing a poor job making movie characters parallel to the game. GS being prime example. You know, that it doesn't translate over. You know, people come in and they try and get their favorite characters, and they're not really the best some of the time. You know, there's a couple other things. I'm finding that combination of manual fighting and using the AI for Guild Wars, some directions from one who can attack. It's a bit easier. It'll keep experimenting to see, though. That was from Valsey there. Yeah, there's a lot of different comments on here. Let me see. Let me try to look for specific questions. There's not really anything more specific than that. There's just a lot of
yeah, guys, ask any of the questions that you guys have. Well, there was a question that was asked, and it's basically the title of the live stream is, you know, preparing for level 80 or something like that. I can't remember. That's just a catch line, dude. It's just marketing. Okay, it's just to get you here. All right, but
well,
what do you guys think?
If we want to get back to preparing for level 80 again, for those who might just be coming on, all I got to say is it's coming out supposedly Thursday. Save as much energy you can if you want to gain a little bit of advantage. Don't gear any tunes right now. Save all of your ability mats, because I got to tell you, from a guy at the top, I have very few blue and green ability mats, and these next abilities, when you get to level 8, take like 26 ability mats, and that is a huge number. So save everything that you can right now. Don't spend any of your tokens in any Cantina, Galactic War. You know, of course, unless you can 7-star tune that you've been wanting to, go ahead and do that. That's fine. But if you're just unsure where you want to go, just save those things for right now. Level up tunes that you feel are helping you in your current arena situation. And so you can secure those payouts and get additional crystals every day. Other than that, like I said, you will see the top players figure it out probably quicker than what most other people will. So pay attention to what's going on at the top of the arena ranks.
Yeah, we got another question here from Justin at Lord Skunk. Who do you take out first out of these four? Yoda, Qui-Gon, Dooku, or Sid? Who do you guys target first? I believe I'm assuming in an arena.
Who do you take out of an arena team?
No,
No, he's
take
saying
out
who.
first.
He's saying if you're gonna fight them with your team, who would you take out first? Yoda, Qui Gon, Dooku, or Sid?
Qui-Gon for sure, because I run a high DPS team right now. Qui-Gon can bust through my Royal Guard taunt and then give offense up to the entire other squad. So for me, I typically try to target Qui-Gon. He's got a pretty good assist, and if you've got a high DPS character in there, you don't know who's going to assist with him. If they've got somebody like a Geo Soldier or even an FOTP or a Ray, then he can add on some extra damage.
Yep, and I agree with that too. And the reason why I would go for Qui-Gon first for me personally is same thing what Yoda said, but also because Dooku, we're not Dooku, but Sid has that natural resistance to Jedi. So I usually wait till like Geo, I let Geo do that. I would let Geo put that in.
So the way that I always approach it is, so if a guy, the top of the arenas that I'm seeing right now, it's a Dooku lead, obviously, that's the going thing right now, with a Royal Guard and typically 3 DPS like an FOTP, a Ray, and a Geo Soldier. So the way that I approach it is, I usually try to not get anyone, do like a basic attack on a high DPS and then follow up with an assist attack on one of them. So that way it doesn't trigger Royal Guard's taunt ability. If I can one-shot that character, if he's like about 60% health or something like that. I leave Dooku for last 90% of the time because to me, he's not doing a whole lot of a damage, but he's an annoyance. And then I usually have 3 or 4 tunes that can just peg him off right at the end anyways.
Yeah, and one thing too, guys, about Dooku, since Yoda's on here, there's a really good post by Team Instinct that they post on the forums and stuff about Dooku. So you can go to their website or check that out on the forums, on the official forums. It's a really good breakdown of Dooku and how to use them, and then how to fight against them. I found it pretty interesting.
Out of that whole group, I would say, I would probably wait for Sidious and Dooku last, and I'd go for Qui-Gon first.
Yeah,
Now, there are
Qui-Gon's
some
softer, I think, out of all those characters. I think, well, minus Dooku, but Dooku can evade and whatnot. But yeah, go ahead, Yoda.
Qui-Gon is pretty soft.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of health.
I usually one-shot him with my GS. He's pretty viable with that as long as my GS gets his buff.
Now, I will say this though. So since I've been running FOTP a lot, if I have the ability to knock Dooku out with FOTP's special ability, I usually can crit for 12 or 14k, and I will get Dooku out of there if I can. If I find it,
if it's a for sure kill, take it. Like if he's half third taken off because of, say, you did your AOE with Sid, then yeah, definitely do the assist and double hit him and take him out as soon as possible because he does do the stuns,
Man, Dooku isn't that bad to gear. His gear isn't that bad, to gear him up. While we've been talking, I've just been gearing him up a little bit with this extra energy. I wanted to put it somewhere, and he's not that bad.
Question here as well.
Hang on, real quick.
No,
Stu, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, hey, Stu just joined the call as well. Stu's been a long-time viewer of LordSkunt.com. Real quick, Stu, if you want to introduce yourself, how long you've been playing, and how long you've been checking out the streams.
I've been checking out the streams for about a month or so, or pretty much since you started, and I've been playing for about a month and a half now. Level 70. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, did you have any questions for us, or are you just here to add your commentary?
Just add commentary on there. I once I got connected to the call, it got out of sync with the stream there, so I was just trying to catch up on the talk. I guess we're talking about Dooku now.
Yeah, I think we just finished up on Dooku. Do we got any new questions in there?
On for Dooku? Do you have anything? Stu, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you have anything to add on for Dooku, just in case you wanted to throw your 2 cents on it?
No, I think Dooku's a solid character. Seeing a lot of Dooku lead out there, like I think everybody is on their servers right now, where maybe people still running Qui-Gon Jinn and trying to squeeze out the last bit of usefulness they can out of them. Because I think once the level cap is raised, Qui-Gon Jinn's going to start going by the wayside here, and it's stuff that we've hashed on previously. I'm a Gundy is going to be taking over for the Jedi.
Yeah, I'm a Gundy looks good, dude. I'm a Gundy's looking strong, and I like that because like I said, when I was noob and I just started playing the game, I got like I'm a Gundy from some pack. I don't know where I got him from, but and he was my leader. He was the one I used until I did more research and found out about Qui-Gon. So yeah, I'm glad. I like I'm a Gundy. I think he's got a pretty good kit. So
We've got a specific question here for Stu. All right, this one's all for you. What characters do you want added the most?
I would really want a Dark Barris, just for the fun of it. I've been saying that for a while. Dark Barris would be fun. A Droideka would be pretty cool too. Having a Droideka in the game as well. I know somebody in the Discord was asking, do we want any more clones added? And I think that might be cool, especially with their control over the turn meter, with slowing down the enemies, speeding up their own. That could be cool, especially with the new meta trying to combat speed. And I think the Shaman, the new Tusken Shaman, has turn meter control as well as a few other tricks up his bag. So that's cool to see.
yeah, there are 3 more clones in the game, or in that spoilers on SWGOH.gg. We went through them the other day. I can't remember who they are, but yeah, I'm sure eventually they're going to have a full clone team, and then they'll have they'll fill out these teams as we go.
I think the introduction of a clone healer or even a clone taunt would definitely make that a very viable squad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, there's a couple other questions here if you guys want to answer them. This one's for Lord Skunk and Yoda. It's from Benlin. Do you think heroes with different variations, i.e. Luke, will require the lower tier heroes to unlock / attain because there is a JDA and Vader?
That was kind of going off the theory that Daniel Bruce posted on lordskunk.com. I think you're kind of going in the same direction of that. I could maybe see that happening. Like maybe you have to have Farm Boy Luke before you get Rebel Luke, and then you have to have Rebel Luke before you can unlock Return of the Jedi Luke. I could see that happen, eventually. And then obviously there's old Luke.
As a special quest, kind of like Yoda, right?
Yeah, I think, you have to have that character on your team or something to be able to do it, or have them unlocked or whatever. I could see that happening. I mean, that would kind of make sense. It would be cool. I think it would add something, to the game. So yeah, definitely I could see that. That doesn't mean go out and get, start farming Luke just to do it. I mean, because we don't know if that's the case, but I think that would be cool. What do you think, Yoda?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be okay. I mean, it would give people something to kind of want to achieve. At this point right now, I don't know if it would be necessary because if again, because then you're kind of eliminating some of the free to pay players there, where a lot of the whales will have access to some of these better tunes if they are better, and so. I don't know if they want to go that way. Could I see him doing it? Yeah, because it would definitely, it would give some, it would give you a goal. But at this point, right now, I don't think it would be good for the community in whole if they made you get certain characters just to attain another one.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. I just want to throw this. I said this in one of the live streams in the past. I just want to throw this out there for you guys because I didn't have any guests on when I said it. I'd just be curious to have your opinion. What do you think of this? Jabba the Hutt, okay? Jabba the Hutt character. He takes up 2 character spots on your team, so you would be effectively running Jabba and 3 other characters. What do you think?
Yeah, I would myself. I've kind of kicked that idea around where you had a character that takes up 2 slots. Now, obviously, you'd have to come with some special abilities that'd be worthwhile.
Yeah. Well, I thought. I thought a couple.
definitely love to see it.
Yeah, I thought a couple cool ones were if you like he could have really good synergy like with Boba Fett. I think that would be cool. You know what I mean? Put some synergy in there. Like maybe he uses a power, and if there's a scoundrel or a bounty hunter or whatever on your team, they're forced to do his bidding or whatever. You know what I mean? You could do something cool like that. As long as you had a scoundrel on your team, like Ewok Elder, you call an assist, and all the Ewoks go. For Jabba.
Yeah,
he
that
could-
could be a good opening for like a bounty hunter group then.
Right.
Yeah.
Get Bosca in there. I know I've seen a ton of people requesting him.
Yeah, he's data mined. So yeah. I mean, Bosk could be in there. Dengar's in there.
Got another person having
Slave Leia.
Yeah, oh dude, we
Grandmaster.
gotta have Slave Leia.
She would be the ultimate taunt.
Hang on a minute.
We got a Grandmaster twice. She's in that they have a couple of different characters already data mined, like Rebel Luke and Dark Barris, for example, that they're already data mined. They know that they might be added to. I don't know where his sources, but yeah. And then we also have another one from Chance Prime as a follow up for Stu. Would Dark Barris play as a polar opposite to the normal Barris, as in high damage and low heal?
Yeah, they could go that route if they wanted to go with the dark side. The one thing that the programmers of the game have done very well is tuning into what the characters are as to what their special moves are and what they do, how they control things, how they manipulate things. And when Barris betrays Ahsoka or sets her up and everything, and she makes that switch over there, they could do some really cool. I'm seeing the Slave Leia on the stream now. Sorry.
Slave Leia, sexy.
So hot, man. So hot.
Yeah,
I also
that would
kinda-
be cool if they upped her damage, if they made her dark and they up her damage, and then if they try to come up with something cool, where maybe instead of healing the whole team, she does kind of like an AOE, but it's like a cross where she can take away some of their health and then disperse a certain percentage of that out to her team or something. That could be cool.
Yeah, well, just real quick, sorry to cut you off, but in the game, in the data mine, it does say she's going to be a high damage stealth attacker. So, looks like there's going to be some stealth abilities there. But go ahead, Yoda.
No, I was just going to point out that if they ever make these the ships kind of a feature of the game as well, I could see a lot of different droids being released. I mean, as far as like R2D2 or even C3PO. R2D2 obviously being a co-pilot to a lot of these fighters and stuff like that. I mean, but I myself, I would love to see a C3PO make an appearance. Especially for an Ewok team, to have a really nice Ewok leadership ability. That'd be kind of awesome to see.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you think they would do the ships? I mean, how do you think they would utilize those ships? I mean, I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine the game with ships in it, and I just can't. The only thing I can imagine is kind of like something where occasionally you call in for a ship and a ship flies in and like does an AOE on the entire other team. But I could see the ships playing, like maybe an additional like ability.
Maybe they
right, like. Yeah, I could see, like I said, maybe on a 5 or 6 turn cooldown, maybe doing giving debuffs or buffs to an entire squad.
Yo, we have a pretty good comment by Rogue. He's one of our regulars. Do you think Baba may become viable now with extra crit damage if you have Phasma advantage up? Guarantees a critical. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Man,
Yeah, myself, I think that if they stick to the changes that they said they are as far as advantage go, Phasma himself will be quite a handful. Just being able to give your whole entire squad the ability to crit, and then Boba Fett's. I think he's at 50% right now, extra crit damage. Yeah, I mean, I could
going up from there.
Yeah, right. I could see some really good squads. Like I said, I think I mentioned yesterday where I was telling Skunk about Lando. That guy with his AOE ability. If he gets more than one crit off, he automatically gets a cooldown refresh, and you get a 75% damage modifier the second attack. So I could I could definitely see running Phasma in lots of different groups, just based on the automatic crit, the one shot crit.
It's also great that they're bringing such a variety. They're making characters that usually on benches can be coming off the bench. Makes it not seeing the same team every time, which I'm sure can get annoying.
What do you guys think about them adding an exclusive character, maybe to like Squad Arena, where like let's say the top 50 ranked players get shards towards an exclusive character?
Oh man.
That would make Arena much more competitive because a lot of people are just stockpiling now, so they don't really care. And that would make it a lot more competitive if you're getting shards or characters in there. People are going to be fighting for it.
That would be great. I know Skunk would like that. I know probably John Wilkinson would like that too. That would be fantastic.
I think that would be a cool idea. And um, they're definitely they're trying out like different ways for you to get things, like with these droid fights back event, and with the Yoda events. So I mean, aside from doing those events, they could probably weave in some other ways to get shards. I mean, getting that one shard at the end of Galactic War is just a freaking tease. And they could do something like that where maybe like I said, maybe top 50 or top 100. Like, let's say if you finish in the just like they have the tiers right now. I mean, if you finish in the top 100, you get 2 shards a day.
Maybe
If you
just
finish in
top
the top
10.
50, yeah, if you finish top 10, then you get 5 shards a day, and then it just goes on like that. I think it would be cool.
Yeah, man. If I'm sure they're not going to let us choose, but yeah, we got another question here for Yoda, from Chance. Is a First Order team a good idea after patch?
Yeah, just going back to Phasma, I could see it. Like I said, I am a lover of First Order TIE Pilot. I've got First Order Officer kind of ranked up there as well. He still needs a little work, but Phasma would be the key to that. And um, I don't necessarily think you have to go with the First Order team exclusively. But if you're looking, for Phasma, First Order TIE Pilot, First Order Officer, yeah, they're decent characters right now that post this patch could definitely see some work. And I I wouldn't say. Um, I would say just hold off until you find out for sure what this new advantage ability is going to do. But I don't encourage anybody right now to kind of stick with that synergy because it's just not viable right now. But I would just say wait and see if it's characters you love and you see that there could be some potential there. Definitely shoot for it. And hey guys, I just want to say my time right now is up. I just want to thank everybody. I've got some early work to do tomorrow, so I just want to give a shout out to Skunk again for inviting me back on here. Juan, thanks for doing the moderation tonight. Everybody else is glad to chat with you guys. I'll be on again. I think this is going to be a continual thing for us. Again, just want to give a shout out to everybody. This is a blessing for the community just to be able to have this opportunity to kind of get these ideas out there and share with the community. And hopefully, with this upcoming patch in the next few days, we'll have a lot more answers to questions that we don't know about. So I'll definitely be keeping a lot of notes, and hopefully I'll be able to pass it along to everybody.
Yeah, what we're planning, and thank you for coming on, Yoda. And we're planning on having
Mad love in the chat. Mad love.
Yeah, so we're planning on having you on again on Friday based on the email that we passed back and forth. So it looks like Friday should be a go, and that should be a really good day because there should be tons of information that's going to be available to us if this is going to be dropped on Thursday. So we'll have some great stuff. So make sure you guys check out the Friday edition of the live stream. But thank you for coming on, bro. Always a pleasure. Always.
Yeah, man.
Always, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. And like I said, hopefully Friday, I'll probably be playing while we are doing this live stream because I've got plans to hit level 72 by Friday, so I can go ahead and dip into some of those new challenges and see what those level 72 challenges.
Yeah.
look like.
Now Google. By Friday, Google how to share your screen. You can share your screen on Skype, so you'll be able to show your screen as well, so
Yeah,
people can look at
well,
your roster.
yeah, you're gonna have to. Well, I'll have to look into that and see how that works. But yeah, definitely, I'd love to do that for everybody, just to kind of show everybody my rosters and what I'm working with, and if I have the ability to kind of guide you through some of the new missions and stuff like that, I'd definitely love to do that for you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you. Tell your wife we said thank you.
Yeah, you always got to give thanks to the wife for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Tell her
Happy
skunk.
wife,
Got to
happy
deal with
life,
that
bro.
on a daily basis.
Tell her Skunky D
Yeah.
said hi.
All right, I will. Hey, guys. Good night to everybody out there. And again, like I said, everybody just keep coming back to this live stream. This is important for the community. I'm glad that we're all being able to get this voice just to kind of, make a stronger community for one, sharing ideas. Like I said, this can influence everybody from free to play all the way up to the highest whales. And again, I am one of those, and I love sharing the information and the experiences that I've had. So you'll be seeing me for quite some time to come, as long as this stream is up and running.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
May the force be with you.
Take care.
Yeah. Hey, take care, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. All right, cool. Well, that was great. So we had Yo-Yo Yoda on. We got Stu. We got Ramon, a.k.a. Remon. We got Juan here moderating. Of course, your boy, Lord Skunk, is in the building, baby, holding it down for you. If you want an opportunity to come on the channel, to come on the Skype, you're more than welcome. If you got any questions or you got any input you'd like to add, this is all about for you guys. The reason we do this is for you guys to be able to come on and have the opportunity to do that. So I greatly share that opportunity with everybody.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah,
couple
and-
questions here, Skunk.
Go ahead.
We got one from Justin. It was for Lord Skunk, and Yoda's gone, but we can still ask it. Is First Order Stormtrooper kind of under the radar and dangerous? Went up against him, only 4 stars in arena, and he kicked my butt.
To be honest with you, some of these characters that you guys are bringing up, just aren't characters that were on my list to play. I mean, I primarily, and what I recommend, that you guys do, that unless you have a very deep roster and to add to that, very deep pockets, try to stick to what the tiers are. And if you never played a game like this, you don't understand what a tier list is. Each character is broken down by tier. Typically, the top tier is a tier S, so that's like your elite tier. Then there's tier A, B, C, D, and it goes down from there. So tier S is like the absolute best of the best, super elite. And I'll just give you some examples. Now, keep in mind, I haven't checked the tier list in a little bit because I've pretty much been have my team cop down until the level 80 increase. But some of the characters that would be like level tier S would be Leia, Ewok Elder. People were listing Aelia up there. Now, I didn't make this list, so I'm just giving you an example of the list I saw. This one happened to come from Reddit. You can go to Galaxy of Heroes and look at them, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Cantina, and look at their arena list, or overall character list, however you want to do it. But, I try to stick in the top. Your best bet is to stick in the top, because those are going to give, so you want to look at your chances and your odds of winning. Those characters, especially the tier S, the most elite characters, are the ones that give you the best chance to win. They're almost like what people would say is broken, right? They're OP, broken, whatever. Those are those characters. Then you have your A tier, which are going to be your normal top tier characters, then your B, and so on and so forth. So I would highly recommend staying in the A and B tier. Now, there are people like Yo-Yo Yoda that have a very deep roster and obviously, access to be able to invest a lot into the game. Vim's also one of them, and they're able to try out these characters and do different things. So I personally have invested the amount that I am really pretty much comfortable with investing into the game, of getting my main roster where I want them, and that's what I focus on. So like, I'm not just gonna go, and I know Yo-Yo Yoda will. He already told us he will. Like, I'm not just gonna go, Biggs, let's check him out, and then gear him up, star him up, level him up, do all that stuff. I'm just not going to do that unless they're in that top tier list and they're viable right now. I don't particularly mess with them, and I don't recommend that you do. Don't just, if you're on a limit, you only have a finite amount of money you can put in the game or whatever. Don't just go grab a character and go, oh, they look cool, I'm going to put a bunch of money into them. Don't do that. Focus on the top tier people. That's my recommendation, and I'll open it up to you guys to add to that.
Just to add to that, I mean, you got to keep in mind that pretty much every single character that's in the game has been maxed out and tested out by somebody out there, and there's already, there's no hidden gems that that haven't been tried out. Now, there are people that are, you know, I don't want to say they're not hidden gems, but I mean there are people that are up and coming, or people that have some power, and people that have some abilities that lead you to believe that down the road with a patch or with better gear, that these characters may get better at some point. But like we were discussing Resistance Pilot earlier, but for the most part, most characters have been trialed and tested by people that have spent tons and tons of money on this game. And if there was anybody um, that's out there that you should have, you would probably have heard about it already.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
I
have
actually have.
I have a
Sorry.
maxed out Finn, right? And let me tell you, don't bother. You know what I'm saying? As far as that goes, I mean, now he may work well with a resistance team, maybe with Resistance Trooper and Ray and Poe Dameron, but everything that I've seen indicates that a resistance team isn't really going to work in this meta right now.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to add to that too, if you face somebody that's unknown to you in arena, and you've never played them before, you never went up against it, you haven't went up against them, compared to like other, you go up to Qui-Gon all the time. You're always going to fight Qui-Gon. You know how to fight Qui-Gon. So sometimes you get these new characters in there, and you just do your rotation wrong, or you attack the wrong person, and it just throws you off. So, in your mind, you're like, oh man, this character's like super OP. They just crushed me. It's just because you weren't prepared. Fight that character 10 times in a row, you're going to figure out his AI. You're going to figure out what he's going to do. And you're going to go, oh, yeah, he's not that big a deal. He's not that big of a threat. So just keep that in mind when you do see new people. I mean, I've seen, I'll give you an example for me for Galactic Wars. I said it in the last live stream, I think, is that one of my early days in the Galactic Wars, a story I'll never forget, is I went up against a team, and they were all pretty good. They all had pretty good characters, all 6, 7 stars, but they had one 2-star purple-geared Ewok Scout. And I didn't pay no attention to that dude. Didn't have a care in the world when it came to that guy. I totally ignored him, and he just one-shotted my JC. So, you just don't know. You got to be prepared. And that's why it's fun to encounter new characters and try them out. Like my Galactic Wars now is all Sid. It's really boring. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll expand that and give me different characters. But that's my opinion on it. Just because you faced him once and you thought he was good, face him 10 times, I think you have a different opinion on him. But go ahead, guys.
Yeah, we got a couple more questions here. We got another one from Chance. What NPC? This question is actually geared towards me. What NPC characters do you think they'll add soon? Man, I'm always just hoping for them to add, the classics, the ones we all love. We all have been waiting for a new Luke. Maybe the Luke from the new movie would be cool. Maybe when the new movie comes out, they're probably gonna release a couple more characters. I always want to go with the classics. I always want to see characters. Maybe that'd be cool if they brought characters in from some of the video games, like from Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe Revan. There's lots of ways they can go, and either way, it's gonna make them money. Anybody has any other thoughts on that?
Revan would be sweet.
I'd like to see Star Killer.
Yeah. Real quick.
And we got Chocolate in the house too, by the way.
Yeah, Chocolate, what's up, bro? Okay, real quick, I want to read this. This is something, I don't know if Thugnaught wrote this or what, but he said, Rebel Luke Skywalker, powerful rebel with a focus on gaining huge advantage from both critical hits and evasion. Spirited blade work is his basic. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 25% chance to ignore the target's armor. This chance is doubled against Empire. Daring Press, looks like his first special. Deal physical damage to target enemy and gain 100% turn meter on a critical hit. Fortune Favors the Bold, which is his second special. Luke has a plus 5% evasion. Oh, well, I think it's unique. Has plus 5% evasion against Empire attacks. And whenever he evades an attack, his next attack deals 25% more damage. Force Guidance. Luke gains critical chance up until he scores 2 critical hits, and evasion up until he evades 2 attacks. While these effects are active, Luke also gains 10% turn meter whenever he scores a critical hit or evade. I'm not sure where you got this from, but this looks like something that was maybe from Datamind. But that's interesting. So that looks like that might be what they're kind of thinking for the next Luke. And I know we get that all the time, and they want to know about the current Luke and then the future Lukes and all that. So Luke's pretty iconic. So that was some information that Thugnaught had on on the next Luke. That's it. You hear me? Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just asked me to read that. He sent that to me in Discord. Okay, so if you guys haven't done so, we did switch from using the Line app. We're using Discord now. You can go over to lordskunk.com. All the information you need is on that website to stay connected to the community. You can obviously get to the YouTube there, Twitter, Facebook. Go to Discord to find out how to get hooked up with us on Discord.
All those links are in the description too.
Yep, links are in the description of all the videos now as well. Ally codes are up there, so please go up there and post your ally codes. You guys have been asking for a place to keep the ally code database. Put your ally codes in there and add the people that are in there. These are all the people that are part of the community, so it makes sense. If we're gonna have allies, let's have people that are allies that are part of the stream. So add your ally codes. And then, of course, the 7-star General Grievous giveaway is all right there. So if you guys want to access 7-star Grievous, Yoda, Tusken Shaman, all those different characters, Vim has those characters. There's leaders on his account. We will pick 2 people every Thursday during the live stream, and we'll get your ally code and your in-game name from you if you win, and Vim will add you for his allies. So go ahead and open it up to any questions, but definitely check out lordskunk.com. Check that out at least a couple times a day. We try to keep updates and posts there from what's going on in the game.
Yeah, we have a Chance asking if we still have the Line app or not. He just talked about it, Chance. We're now working with the new app. What's it called?
Discord.
Yeah, well,
yeah, Discord.
Yeah, and the thing about Discord, I just think long term for growth and stuff, it's much easier. Plus, I like the fact that I don't have a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of time to get in the line and talk with you guys, but now at least, and obviously, I can talk. I'm not a typer. I don't like typing. It's annoying. So I like to just be able to pop in, chat with you guys a little bit. Some of you guys just want to use it, type to me. That's fine. You guys can talk to me live. Through your mic, but I can get in there, talk to you guys, find out what's going on in the community, say what's up, and then I can head out. I don't have to sit there and try to read through all this text. I just don't have time to read through all these texts and stuff. So, but I can pop in, talk to you guys, and whatever. But we got great mods or great admins, moderators or whatever in there that are very helpful. That they'll keep you posted on all the stuff that's going on with the channel and the community. So I really recommend that you guys check out Discord. And I think long term it's going to be a cool tool for our community to use.
I just want to add.
Then there's never any bad questions. We're always willing to help anybody who's new, whether they want to go pay to play, free to play, what strategies to use. Don't ever feel like you can't ask us a question, because we are more than happy to answer all of them, even if it's something like, is Darth Sidious a good character? We'll answer that no problem and get you up and running. I've already seen some comments in the chat just recently, thanking the community and some users specifically about how much being a part of this community has helped them.
That's what I was going to add to, is basically, you guys out there don't understand how useful of a tool this is, because coming in when I first started, there really was no there was no guidance or chats to talk with other people to get information about, what characters were good to get, or where you should spend your crystals, and, things like that. So, when I first started, I had to kind of figure it out, through trial and error. And, for you people that are, starting now or just recently started, to have the information that you're getting here, it really is a useful tool, because you can, save yourself from wasting a lot of money on things that, don't make sense, and, get a better grasp of what's really working for other people out there, so that you can apply it to your team or your strategy. And, you should do whatever you can to support, Skunk and this channel, and, like and subscribe to the channel. And, stuff like that is very important for the channel to grow, and for other people that are also, just learning about this channel, and just starting to play this game, to be able to learn and get tips from people that have been playing for a while. So basically, I'm just saying, whatever you can do to support Skunk and what he's doing here, it's just gonna continue to help people that are just starting, and people that really need it most.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that too.
Another question.
Yeah, and, one second, and I appreciate you saying that too. And Juan and several of you guys have helped out a ton. So if you want to help, you got a passion about what we got going on in this community, and you want to be able to be a help some way, get on that Discord or email me and let me know that you want to help out. And if you're not sure what you can bring to the table, I'll find something for you to do for sure. There's a lot to be able to do. Think about this, man. I started streaming 5 weeks ago about this game because I was really passionate about it. And now we are building this community. I mean, in 5 weeks, the subscriberships, the views. I mean, we got over 200, almost 290 days now of video watched on this channel. 290 days.
That's
bro.
almost a year, man.
Yeah, bro. Almost a year of video have been watched on this channel in less than right around 5 weeks, right? We're at 5 weeks.
5 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're growing at an exponential rate. So there's tons and tons of opportunity for us. And you can see, Yo-Yo Yoda is one of the top. He's in the top 1% of players that have spent in this game. So if you want to say whales or whatever you want to call them, game investors, I would say. I mean, he invested in the game. He gets special access, special privileges. So he's able to bring his insight in here now. We're eventually going to have mods or developers or whatever. At some point, we're going to get them in here. It's going to happen. So we're going to get a Q&A with them. I guarantee you. But the faster you guys can help promote and do what you can do, join these Facebook groups, promote it through Facebook, send people here. Send people to the channel. It's really going to help them and grow our community, and we're going to be able to do a lot of cool things down the line. So the faster we do it, the faster we can get those people in here.
Yeah, we got a question from Sean Fikes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
And just real quick, too, I appreciate you guys coming in to join the Skype and stuff, be on the call. So I'm going to let you guys answer a lot of those. I answer questions all the time, so I'm going to let you guys field some of those questions and answer some of those.
Yeah, they were asking about what's going to be going on with Mace in the new update. My personal opinion, man, he's just because of the fact that he's still bugged, he's not attacking the correct person that's exposed. If they ever fix that, maybe he might be a little bit more viable than he is now, and he might be great to defend on PvP, for example, because he does have a good amount of health, and he's a very decent utility character, as in he can take away a buff that the opponent has. So but then people also like running Qui-Gon because he also adds the additional offense up with the takeaway of the buff. So it's really having two of them could be useful just in case there's multiple people who are debuffing. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head pretty much right there. Mace Windu on paper, if you go onto GG or you go to Cantina and you read about what he does with dealing, if he's above 50% health, he deals 50% more damage. If he's below 50% health, I think it's 50%, 60% of the damage dealt he regains in health. The expose is huge, but the problem is it's RNG. It's all over again, and it's broken. So if you leave him in on a defense in arena, you can pretty much guarantee that he is not attacking the person that's exposed, and that's a problem because that's one of his biggest attributes.
He's
Him
just
not attacking the main guy is just so not. It takes away his whole thing. That's his whole ability.
Exactly.
He's just not a viable character. I mean, they gave him a buff, and it's kind of sad to be honest with you, because Mace Windu is probably one of the stronger Jedis that have ever existed. And I mean, I feel like they, even with the animations that they gave him for his attacks, they're very standard. And what I like with Yoda, I mean, listen, putting Yoda out there in the game is not easy. I mean, to make him look like a believable character in the game, they did a good job with that. But his animations are cool. I'm saying, and that's commiserate with the type of character that he is. I mean, Yoda is somebody that everybody, once they started playing this game, I'm sure wanted. And once the character was released, they didn't disappoint as far as like the way he looks. I mean, yeah, of course, characters will always get better, but as a toolbox character, he's fantastic. Mace Windu would be, I guess, on as far as like canon is concerned, and the story would be in the next tier of higher ranking Jedi or skilled Jedi. I mean, even in the expanded universe, I mean, he's like really sick with it, with the type of sword play that he has. He's known for being great with a lightsaber, and like his special move is like a spin. It's like a very standard move. I mean, I think
Gundy and Ayla Sakura have it.
It's just, I mean, like they should have come up with something creative, given some special care to Mace Windu, and I feel like they didn't do that. And that little buff that they gave him is just it's something to kind of like to kind of put a band-aid on the wound. But I don't see him being anywhere near viable unless they do another major. They have to do a major overhaul with the character. You know.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I understand that.
And not to get too far off track, but wasn't Mace Windu an extraordinarily powerful Jedi with the Force? When I first got him, I was kind of surprised that he didn't have any kind of Force utilization at all as a special move.
I mean, you have a face character. I mean, like Mace Windu. I mean, I would love to get Mace Windu maxed out to 7 stars, but I don't have him there because he's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I mean, when I was, getting my team geared for the Yoda event, to get him to get the 7 star Yoda, I wanted Mace to be part of that team, but and I thought when he had that buff, I was like, okay, and I saw, some other characters, some other people using the character, and I saw some videos of Mace, and he really is, again, it's very underwhelming, and I would assume that being that he would be probably a big pull for some people that just joined the game, especially that since he's free to play, that they would put a little bit more attention into that character, make him more of a viable option for everyone, especially now that all these Jedi teams are going all over the place. I mean, it would be great to have a Mace Windu next to Qui-Gon and Yoda.
Yeah, definitely. And then maybe to get a little bit of a chat going or discussion going in the chats here. With his okay, so he has Smite, and a few other characters have that where they remove positive status effects, just like Qui-Gon Jinn. If he does that, then the whole team gets offense up. But with Kylo Ren's Retribution, if you hit him with that and you remove it, he still comes back and hits you, even with it gone. Is
That's
everyone
a
okay
bug.
with that?
That's a
I think
bug.
that's a bug, right?
That's the same thing that happens when if you steal his ability with Yoda, he still
Right.
goes after you again too. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you have, let's say you have evasion, or I'm sorry, you have foresight up, and you want to steal retribution and then just throw that all to your team, you can't do it because he'll take your foresight away.
Yeah, he'll take it away. Or if you have foresight with like Rey or Yoda or something, and Dooku comes and attacks you with the first hit, they'll dodge that because of the foresight. And then they come right back and they deal damage with you. It's like, oh, good. I'm glad I had foresight up. I'm still stunned.
Another thing to add with these with the new upgrade to advantage is on top of that, Kylo Ren, I think at 76 is going to get plus 15 damage on his AOE.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
So
buff worth mentioning, man. Definitely.
Wow.
so
That's
so I
interesting.
mean if you're working on a first order team, I think that they're going to be, I think Kylo Ren will be a lot more viable, after when he hits 80, and his percentage for the cooldown on his for his I
Reset.
forgot, yeah, for the resets on the cooldown, I believe it's going to be almost at 50% at that point. So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's not a bad character. He's not necessarily broken. He just needs, like you said, he needs to get those percentages up a little bit, and that should happen in the next update.
Yeah, have you guys been able to experiment any with Shoka?
Well, I have Ahsoka in my PvP team right now, and
Nice.
How's her damage coming out when you do criticals when she has when the enemy has under 50% health? How's that damage looking?
it's very good. And to be honest with you, I mean, she's a real difference maker right now in PvP because she goes before Dooku. If you're running
Yeah,
Qui-Gon Lee,
right. She's just right under Yoda.
she's one of the fastest characters in the game with Qui-Gon lead. So
And
she's
you can't forget that she healed the team.
she
Right.
heals the team. Now very often you're going to end up using that special move right off the bat because you're going to want to knock out a character. So that heal isn't going to really come into effect till later. Like if you end up if she ends up surviving towards the end and it's a long drawn out battle, then you'll be able to use the heal again. But initially you're going to use that big move to, let's say, knock out a Genoshan soldier or knock out Rey right off the bat. But with Qui-Gon lead right now, I mean, pretty much every time I'm going Yoda first, Ahsoka second, and then Qui-Gon.
Yeah, and if you haven't knocked out a character or two by then, whew, you got
I
some
mean, at
bad
that,
RNG.
yeah, I mean, the only real way to combat that is that Dooku lead, where like let's say you try to go with that special
Lumi
move for
lead.
Ahsoka, and let's say Rey dodges it or something like that, and that's rough to recover from.
Yeah, you give Ray offense up, and whew, you're in for a long round.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a comment here from Austin Chan over from the Discord channel. He's known by a different name. If you look at the Jedi, you can see some laziness. Same stance, same attack animation, and if you look right at their lightsabers, many of them have the same generic 3 lightsabers. Jedi Knight Guardian uses Maul's lightsaber, and JSA shares Lumi and Plo. It's very lazy and it's disdiverse. That's pretty much what he had to say about it. You know how we were talking about that a little bit earlier. But yeah, welcome all the new people to the stream. But yeah, what other characters do you guys think are gonna be golden gems? Any thoughts too?
Once
Well,
the
like I
update
said,
comes out.
like I said earlier, I think Barris is going to be a big player in the new meta. If they're going to extend the matches out longer, then healers will come back. So people like Luminara and Barris will be important to have. That'll also mean old Daka will be a little bit more viable.
Does
Um,
this mean that more people will also be running healing immunity teams as well?
of course, that means Sidious will become a viable character again.
He's
Uh,
always been almost every single round I fight usually.
It's
he's
nothing but Sidious.
he was pretty much ran lead for like the whole like the first 2 months I played the game. Everybody had Sidious at lead, and then once Speed Leader started working, everything changed. So I mean, what I'm looking at right now is I'm thinking Rebel teams are going to be good with Akbar, given a speed buff right now. But going, like I said, once that speed doesn't matter as much anymore, I'm not quite so sure that some of these characters that we're working on right now are going to be. It's not going to be as important. You're going to want longevity. So people like Tusken Raider, who's got a lot of health, that does a call and assist. He might be a viable character. Somebody like, Gene Ocean Soldier, I think will still be a viable character, even if they if they get rid of that one shot turn that he's going to have. He'll still be viable because he's pretty tanky for a glass cannon. So I think characters like that will still have an effect in the game and still be a great option to work with. But we'll have to see how much it changes. And whatever they do, there's going to be adjustments on top of that. At a later date too. So I mean, it'll always be changing. But like I said, if you like we were talking about earlier, if you have Sidious 7 stars, if you have Luminara 7 stars, if you have 7-star Qui-Gon, and you have Yoda, and if you have the characters that you've been working on for the last few months, going to 80 is not going to be no matter what, you'll still be a competitor in your server. You know what I mean? So because no matter what, other people are going to have to catch up to it too, and you're just going to have to make adjustments with them and just see what's working and what's not. And it'll be interesting to see.
Absolutely, and I just realized how late it is, so I gotta go, guys.
All right, Stu. Thanks for coming, man. We appreciate
Great
it.
having you on.
Hey, no problem. Hopefully, I can hop on again and offer any help and advice and just my thoughts on things in the future. So take it easy, guys.
Yep, absolutely,
Take
bro.
care,
Thanks for
Stu.
coming.
Were you gonna try and get anybody else in here to get any more emails?
I didn't get any more emails for people that want to join. I did have some people that tried to join, but they're like Crypto. Didn't Crypto try to join? Crypto was in here, and whatever reason, you got to make sure your Skype's updated, guys. If you want to get on the call, you have to make sure. I know some of you guys, like for me, I didn't use Skype for a long time before I started doing these live streams. I just found out that they're good for the live stream. So so update your Skype on your phone or your computer or whatever. If you guys want to get on a call with us, you're more than welcome to. For now or in the future is fine.
Just for anybody who came in late, the patch was changed till Thursday, I believe. So I'd just remind you to use up that stamina you had saved up, that energy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll keep it open. For we'll go to 11:30 Eastern. That's about 20 more minutes. I think that's fair. If we get anybody else that wants to jump on a call, have a couple questions or any insight they'd like to add to the game, you guys are welcome to do so. I'm happy to be able to give you guys a voice to be able to share your passion for the game as well. So if you want to get on, email me lordskunk2016 at gmail. Email me your Skype name, but make sure your Skype is up to date. Okay. We got Ramon, aka Remon, in the house. We got Juan in the house. Thugnut wants in. Let's get Thugnut in here. Dartron's calling. Dartron, call again.
Get Dartron in here.
Yeah, Thug, you there? Thug? Thug.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Dartron's here.
Yeah.
Thugnut, I cannot hear you, Thugnut. Nothing is coming through, so make sure you check your settings. Okay, so right now we got my boy Juan co-hosting with me. Juan's been a great help to the community, helping me out with some of the promotion and stuff for the channel and just some basic stuff. He's our community manager for LordSkunk.com. Remon's here, helping out, giving his input. Longtime viewer. Thug's in the house, trying to get his mic set up where he could talk. Dartron's here. Dartron's been with us for a long time as well. So you guys can give your insight. We'll run for about 20 more minutes. Any questions that you have, make sure you get them in quick. Make sure you get those in so we can answer those. Okay? Thug.
Hey, what's up?
Got some Thug Not Love up in here. Ben Lynn wanted to say thanks, man. You helped me getting through the early game.
Nice. Yeah, Ben Lim's been around for a long time.
Can you hear me?
Who? Is that Dartron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah, we hear you.
We're trying to wait for Thug to get his mic or whatever set up. It looks like he's trying to work on his mic or something. I don't know what he's got going on. But
Yeah.
but okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and start us off till he gets that fixed. Dartron.
Oh, well, I'm kind of really ticked off about this server merge. It basically really affected my server right now. I've been getting hit a lot tonight, so I'm hoping to get first tonight. So right now it's going to cost me about 100 crystals just to get in to snipe the number one, but right now I'm sitting at 5, actually 9. I'm sitting in 9th place, so not happy about this merger at all.
That's something that's worth mentioning. Is like I don't know if you've talked about this on a live stream before, Skunk, but sometimes that difference between 5th and 1st is humongous as far as like what the prizes are that you get. So I mean, to make that investment to spend the extra 100 crystals, a lot of times if you're talking about jumping from, let's say, 6th to 2nd or something like that, it's completely worth it. So I mean, if you're on a server where you're getting sniped out, what I would say is definitely I'm just saying that it's definitely worth it to look into spending those extra crystals to get that extra match in, if it means that you're going to benefit in the end. If you're going to profit an extra 50 crystals by doing it, then it makes sense.
Yeah, man, definitely recommend getting as much best place you can in your arena, and remember that not everybody's in your time zone, so there's different times that people are attacking. So just remember to try and stay up on it. They try and tell you to start around an hour and a half to 2 hours before your payout. Spending refresh 1 to 2 times, depending on how much you need to battle, and only refresh once you did all 5 battles. Don't just refresh when in the first one. It's really important. We have a question here from DCS Stapleton. Is it worth to get Anakin and Kylo going? 2 favorite characters. You think they'll be viable? I have both at almost 5-star, free to play, so it takes a bit. Anybody want to take that?
I just hoping to they fix Anakin. He definitely would be good to they fix him. With the other character you mentioned,
Kylo.
Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren's going to be a really, really good character when it hits 80, because earlier they just mentioned he gets a 15% ALE damage on top of his stuff. I think he's going to be really good, especially with the longevity of battle. The fight's going to be a little bit longer. The only thing I'm really concerned right now, if they are going to extend this battle, they better increase the time in PvP because 5 minutes is not going to be long enough for the PvP if they're going to add it a long distance for it with this fortitude.
Yeah, man, we got another question on here. They're asking about SWGOH press and with damage chance. How what's the difference gonna make? You know, now that getting somebody to red is gonna be a lot harder. Him being able to pretty much insta kill anybody below a certain percent. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I've never really been a big fan of Savage Opress. I mean, yes, he's a Sith character, which is cool. There's not, there's only I think there's only 5 Sith characters, so if you're trying to run a team like that, I think it's worth it to get him. But I mean, his basic does decent damage, but that special is really you know, I mean, to finish off a character at that point, I mean, like I said, to me, it doesn't seem like his buff was really a game changing buff. It's not something that's going to make him, from a
Yeah.
non-viable character to a viable
Yeah,
character.
I mean, think about it. When you're in the red, Geo can finish you. Ray can, you know what I mean? I mean, Ray can finish you if you're in the green. Right now, currently. So, yeah, I mean, it's where people I think are annoyed with Savage is in Galactic Wars. When you're getting low, and you're trying to hang on to wait for JC's cooldown to come up. You know what I'm saying? And then bam, Savage just hits him and he's done. You got to reset or whatever. That's frustrating. But I haven't seen Savage in any arena teams personally on any of my accounts. In going forward, his damage is going to be a thing. Maybe. We'll see. Because again, guys, just remember this. For those of you that have missed this, I said this in multiple live streams. The slower you are, the more damage you do. But think about it. The faster you are, the less damage you do. But you can still you can still attack faster. So, that doesn't mean just because they said when you're slower you do more damage. That doesn't mean anything. Okay, that doesn't mean you got to look at damage per turn. Like I coined that phrase for this game. Normally we'd say damage per second in other games, but in this game it's damage per turn. So how many turns can you take and how much damage can you do in those turns? That's the key factor to look at. Not necessarily, oh, he's super slow, so he's going to hit real hard. Well, if he's super slow and he hits real hard, but he never takes a turn, what's the point? Turn meter manipulation is going to be key in the meta. It's always been a key. It'll be a key in every meta. And then of course, how fast you can attack somebody is going to be important as well. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, we have a question actually geared at you, Skunk. It's a Mario. I would really like if you could rate the squad for future patch. Phasma, lead, Geo, Han, Kylo, and Qui-Gon.
That's a good team. I like that team. The only thing about Han, I hope they do this with a lot of the tanks, especially Han specifically, is just buff their health a little bit. If Han could just get a little bit of a health buff, I think he could be really, really, really viable, and he would move up a couple tiers, on the character list. So, yeah, I like that team. I like that team. The only weak link I would say would be Han until we find out more.
Yeah, I hope
Nice.
they definitely improve his health. It being so low, sometimes he can even get one-shotted by an assist character like Qui-Gon or GS. Even Ray can one-shot him. So he's not really that. He's a great tank because he gives turn meter, but at the same time he has very low health, and I hope that Fortitude can help him out.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
I
Han
think
right now is probably the best tank in the game at the moment, right? I mean, with the nerf of Poe, I mean, Poe's still. I mean, I think it's neck and neck, but Han right now, I'd say would get the slight edge.
yeah, I think Han's gonna be really, really good. It just right now, the way his health is at right now, It'd be nice if they can increase the health, and because he has the taunt for 3 turns, it'd be nice he had the armor up.
All right. Well, we have another question here in chat. What are you guys' thoughts about the server merge? You know, a lot of people are seeing new faces on their PvP. People they've never fought against. You know, and this whole time they've been playing the game. I know EA didn't release anything official saying that they did a server merge of any sort, but a lot of people have been noticing and speculating. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think if they did a server merge or if they were merging servers, they probably would say something about it. They've been
EA,
pretty.
they say they do mechanics to help improve PvP, and then it changes guild wars version. So they're really vague sometimes. They say bug fixes, but what bugs? Where were the bugs at?
I have to say that more so than in any other game, EA is actually pretty forthcoming with the information as far as this game is concerned. They're usually pretty. They listen to the community as well, and they make changes that other people are complaining about. I've seen that too. I mean, I've seen a lot of people complain about Ahsoka and things like that, and they made changes to these characters to make them more viable because of people's comments. And that to me is really cool.
We got a lot of people up in chat making the argument over Royal Guard maybe being the best tank right now, considering that he can self-taunt and the ability to speed down and also stun the opponent.
Yeah,
I didn't factor in Royal Guard. To be honest with you, I was thinking of just people that can actually call a taunt. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Royal Guard would be number one, as far as that's
Yeah,
concerned.
Royal Guard's pretty impressive on the stats, man. Just considering that much health tank pool, he's not easy to take down. He has that defense up. He's definitely somebody not to be trifled with.
like I was gonna say, in the beginning when people saw the patch, oh, he's just a taunt, okay, nothing big, and when people start using him, everybody starts jumping on the bandwagon about Royal Guard, and he's just a really really good tank. Like he's definitely safe for the glass cannon team, and he's good for any other team too. And he's very useful utility for any team.
What I'm seeing is that I think that what people are seeing with these new faces on PvP is there's people that are working their way up the ranks that you haven't seen before, and they may have teams that they're just getting to 7 stars, and showing up now, and people there's people that are going to become 500 or 1,000 where they were a couple weeks ago, up into the top 100, probably every day.
Yeah, maybe they started watching Skunk stream and just took his advice.
Yeah, I doubt that. I'm on a different server than all these guys, so.
Yeah, yours is linked to the Japan server, right?
Yeah, mine
Where you
is
guys
UK.
from? Where's
Pardon
it? What states everybody in?
I'm
I'm
Canada.
personally in San Diego, man.
Confusion here.
Where are you from?
Did you get it?
I'm from New York.
Come
I'm
on.
from New York.
Wait, you don't think we could tell that? Come on. Hardcore New Yorker in the house, baby. Yeah. Hey, you guys finally freed MMA in New York. Finally. Good job. Yeah.
New York, man.
New York,
But,
New York. Yeah. And then Dartron's from Canada. So we got Canada, we got West Coast, we got East Coast, we got everybody in the house, man. We had Redemption in yesterday from Ireland. We're multinational, multicultural, worldwide, baby. Taking over, man. Taking over.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Earlier today, when I was speaking to Lord, he goes, "You're a cheater. Your time's a lot different than everybody else." And I was getting not even hit. Now I'm getting hit like left, right, and center now after I found out the merge on my server.
Doug, you're killing us.
It's Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's trying to get his mic set up. He's having trouble with his mic, but You guys got to get that stuff fixed if you want to come on here. This is a high quality production, kids. Okay, come on.
So Lord, I got a
Just
question.
Skunk. Just call me Skunk.
Okay, Skunk. Here's the question.
Sorry.
Would you ever trade place with me and me go on your server? If you have the option?
No, I would. I don't. What time's your payout? Eastern.
Eastern? One's at, 5 a.m. in the morning.
Oh no, I don't. No, I wouldn't want that. I don't have too much. I would have got number one today. It's just I was busy talking to you guys in that Discord app, wasn't paying attention, and I timed out of my own arena, like the goofball that I was today, and I didn't get first, and now I got second. So.
Did any of you guys get screwed up with daylight savings time with that whole hour?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like it better. I mean, I just had to change it in my phone, my alarm. But yeah, I mean, I like having the extra hour because a lot of time, I couldn't get on to stream the payout, and sometimes I still can't now, But I really couldn't before. It was really difficult to be able to do that. But sometimes I try to stream the payout as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it being a little. I know some people are driving home at that time and stuff. Like Yoda was saying, with his change, but. Again, I don't know if that's something that they didn't account for. Again, bad programming or error on their part. I don't know. I don't think that was something that they meant to do.
No, I just think it would be kind of weird it'd be kind of difficult for them to change it an hour back and then change it an hour forward. Like when when the fall comes. So I think they're just going to leave it as is and just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as it's within a reasonable. I mean, I don't want to do it at 4 a.m. Or anything like that. But I mean, as long as it's within a reasonable time, it's pretty good. It don't take you long. Don't take a lot of time to do it. I mean, sometimes you got to refresh. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes people are real aggressive. Sometimes they're not. It just depends. Every day's different. Every day's different. And I like sometimes they'll try to lock me out and they'll leave me. If they leave me at least 45 seconds, I can get it. If they go too late, I usually get them before they can get me. So I can usually get them just about either way.
Yeah, I'd say starting with about like 11 minutes, maybe 11 minutes and 30 seconds before payout, you should be trying to lock yourself out of arena at your spot.
Yeah, wherever you're at then. Yeah. All right, we got any last questions for everybody? We got about 4 minutes. 4 more minutes. Any last questions? Get them out quick. We will be streaming again. What's today? Monday? Monday, right?
Today is Monday, yes.
Yeah. My days, man, with the Easter thing, it really kind of threw me off. Because I wasn't going to stream yesterday, but I ended up streaming. It was a really good stream, I think. I think we had a good stream. So I'm glad we ended up doing that. But yeah, definitely, man. I want you guys to be able to get on here and have a voice. So get your Skype updated. Send an email to me with your Skype ID. Typically we do live stream. People ask me all the time, "What's your live stream schedule?" I guess I could probably post that somewhere. But typically it is every day except Wednesdays and Saturdays. Somewhere between 7 and 8 p.m. we start, but if you subscribe to the channel, just go to Google and type in how to get updates for channels I subscribe to or whatever, and you can set up alerts so it'll send you a thing through your app or whatever, email, letting you know we're streaming or we post new videos. So, but typically it's between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern, somewhere we usually start in that range, just depending on what I have going on. But yeah, definitely want you guys on here to be able to discuss and talk, and give your opinions, man. That's what this is all about. That's what this is for. So I appreciate that. Now make sure you guys are hitting up lordskunk.com a couple times a day. We do post updates throughout there. I'm looking for more blog writers, more people that want to blog. If you're interested in streaming or doing videos, like I don't do tutorial guides anymore. I don't do character reviews. I don't do guides for new players. If you guys are interested in doing that and you want to record, you're more than welcome to put that video on the lordskunk.com channel. We'll feature it on lordskunk.com, on that page as well. So I'm all about doing that. If you want to help in the channel anyway, promote the channel, do all the stuff, I can give you some tasks to do there. But definitely, if you're interested in writing or doing videos or even streaming, I can set it up, in the future where we can have more streamers on here on this particular channel, so we can just keep growing it and building it and have content, at some point 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So no matter where you're at, you can come to this channel and get content. will be awesome. Yeah, we'll just make it our own network. So
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Radio, man.
yeah, baby, we're gonna do it up. We're gonna do it up. So
We got a good comment here from Ryan Kent.
Go ahead.
Geared towards you. Is there a running list of questions for developers if you ever get them to join? Are you thinking about what you want to talk to them about?
Well, I really, and you guys need to remind me of this because I need to just sit down. I need to just do it. We need to do a live stream, and I wanted it's going to be 2 EA, 2 Capital Games, and I just want to go over all those things that we've kind of been discussing in the live streams. If you guys have questions or you have things, whether it's a question for to be asked on the channel or it's a question that or an idea you'd like to go over with the devs, I could feature that in one of the live streams when I do that. Just email me. Just feel free to email me or get on that Discord thing. That's really cool now. I like that. Get on that, and you can message me through there. But yeah, definitely, feel free to contact me, guys. I mean, I can't sometimes reply instantly. Sometimes I can. But feel free to message me. I will read it. I will look over what you guys have to say. I do want to include you guys, and I include the people that are even watching the replays of this. When I say community and stuff, I'm including you guys as well, even though you might not have been able to make it for whatever reason to the live stream.
Yeah, and I want to say something for everybody. Maybe in a couple of weeks or so, I will gonna start doing giveaways on the channel. So if you on the live stream and everything, and you stay throughout the whole live stream, I will give out gift cards for Google and Apple cards to the people that stays with the stream and watch it. And it's gonna be I'm thinking probably every Friday. I'm gonna see how everybody feels about doing it on every Friday to do a giveaway. So just to keep that in mind, it will happen maybe in the next 4 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I'm gonna see how everything plays out.
Cool. Yeah, and that's a cool idea. He was telling me about that earlier. That's a good idea, Dartron, that you came up with, and that's just a way to reward. We got people that log in and view the channel stuff and kind of skip through the videos, and they get stuff here and there. But then we got the hardcore that have been here since like day one that just stayed through the whole live stream. This is their entertainment. This is what they do. Hey man, you could go watch Netflix. There's a lot of other things you could do, but this is what they choose to do. They love the community. They're passionate about it. And for those of you that watch the replay, you really can't get the full experience of this until you can attend a live stream and get in a live chat. It's totally different to be able to have. I mean, this chat. Let's just pull it up. See if we can pull it up right now. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy the stuff that they got going on in there. Let me see. Let me pull it up.
Like right now, Rogue has made a great point. I think the devs would be more likely to come if you give them questions up front so they can be prepared.
Yeah, I would give them a list of questions that I had up front, and then we would leave it open question and answer, and then Juan or whoever would moderate that. So yeah, absolutely. I already have a list of questions that I would ask them, so I'm probably going to knock out 90% of what you guys are going to ask anyways.
Man, we've been developing questions from all the streams too.
Yeah. So here's just an example of the chat. I mean, and it stops. You can only get so much. So this is probably the last. What do you think? Like 15 minutes of chat. So
or like
10 minutes. Yeah, it only saves so much that you can go back to view. But it's just a ton of interaction. Great community.
Is all that chat deleted after?
I think. You can save what's left. Like if you copy this and say, put it in like Notepad or something. I did it before. It only saves what's here. I think it would be cool if they implemented that with a chat log to be able to post. I guess, but I don't get to read this chat, guys. I mean, really, honestly, I now that we have guests on, I can interact and read the chat a little more. But for the most part, I really can't. That's why I appreciate Juan coming on to help. And I'll have other people to help moderate as well in the future. If Juan's not available or whatever. But Juan does so much for the channel, outside of live streams that I really appreciate that. So I want to say thank you to Juan, and you guys, the community, should thank him as well. He's always the first one to welcome you into the Line app when we were doing that, but now Discord, always welcomes everybody in. So keeps everybody up to date on what's going on. So I appreciate that. I need all the help I can get, and if anybody wants to help as well, feel free to contact myself or Juan. We can give you stuff to do, but yeah, absolutely. We're going to go ahead and end the live stream, guys. Appreciate everybody coming out, all the good stuff. We will pick it up again tomorrow. We'll have some more great discussion. Hopefully, maybe we'll find some more rumors or tips or other good stuff that comes up over the next day, and we'll add that into the live stream. But yeah, think of your questions, guys, that you have. And if you are interested in coming on the stream as a guest, you're more than welcome to. Make sure your Skype is updated, and make sure you email me, LordSkunk2016. Email me your Skype ID. All right, guys, thank you. Have a good night. and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks for having me, Skunk.
Yeah, hey, thank you to all the
Yeah.
people that are on the chat. Thank you for Yo-Yo Yoda that was here. Thanks for Ramon, Dartron, all the other people that were in here. Stu was in here. All you guys, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being part of this and helping grow the community.
Thanks. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And, like I said, any way you can, help out the community, definitely do so. Skunk's got the right thing going on here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, guys, sounds good. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a great day tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody.